Well, hello everybody. Today's video, I'm going to show you how to build out a perfect city once more. We're going to have areas for each tier, and we're going to build this out methodically over a period of time. The main area, I do have an Excel diagram so that you can see how I did this. Everything is placed exactly where it needs to be to optimize production of money. So let's go over how money is made. Basically, there's a couple ways. There's the area effect from buildings, and your vintner, all that jazz. And then there's supplying the actual good. Now, if you see here, it says income 1 of 1. There's basically a 1-to-1 ratio for all of this. They made the math very easy. So you can see here, 30 income, or 30 income points, is giving us 30.3 denarii. And if you look at the lower tier houses, 26, 26.3. If you come over here, it's 13.8. So there is a small correlation. I think it's like 0.95, right, than 1. So you get a smidge more for your higher tiers, but I don't think it's worth losing any sleep over. But essentially what you want to do is organize everything in a way that you're maximizing your workforce. So I tend to focus on workforce from residents over here personally, and your plebs are the easiest ones to get workforce modifiers. So I use the governor's villa in the poor side of town, but in the rich side of town, you want to upgrade all of these to tier 4. And that's because of the way you're going to make money is by supplying as many goods as possible. So you can see here, writing tablets, income 2 and 3. One of the things you need to realize in design is you don't need to put a bunch of crazy stuff in. For instance, I don't put the Potter in because of the fire safety is -2 per house. You could argue my island fire safety is good enough to do it. That's up to you to decide if you think it's worth it. I don't think it is personally. So what I focused on in this design were only buildings that added value and had no negatives. And if they do have a negative, like the Garnham, it has to be offset by something. Now, this design does require that you get the amphitheater up, and the way I position this is thusly. I have a 20 to 30 minute thing I'm about to show you on how I built the road system for this. There's a link in the description with an Excel graph. If at any point you get bored, just skip ahead to chapter 1 where I start doing things. And without further ado, let's start the perfect city. Alright, we're going with Tacticat Maximus II. Advanced difficulty, we're just going to turn up the game world to island size large. Confirm, continue, continue. Let's do this on Latium. Okay, so let's start scouting for islands that we can take. You can see here we have mackerel, lavender, snail pops, sturgeons. We have sturgeons, heck yeah. Sturgeons are good. And what we need is an area that we can build our main city. And it does look like we have exactly what I need on this island. Taking a peek around. If we build, pause the game real quick. If we build everything out over here, this design will work. Ooh, this is a big island. We're gonna have 2 different builds. We're gonna have, actually, Peasant Paradise would make a lot of sense here. So I'm actually gonna start, I think, left to right this time. So let's establish our tippy top, which is right here. And I will note, you don't want to spend the amount of money that I'm spending on roads. It's not wise to do this, but I'm trying to show you guys the build so you know what to do. So you don't need to do this. You know, you can start small, work your way up. Personally, I just don't care. I'll make the money back. So I'm going to establish all of my bases. Yeah, this is great because we can put basically we can put the Coliseum like right here, and then we can have peasant land down here. And fortifying the coastline is cool and all, but those towers cost a lot of people and money, so I'm not going to do that this time. I guess, like, in theory, we could at a minimum do walls. Someone had mentioned maybe go into planning mode to do this. So this is where walls are going to go. We're just not ever going to build up these houses, right? And that is a good way to do it. You can just quickly do that. So yeah, just get your wall area up. Yeah, that's pretty easy right there. So that's what we'll do this time instead of spending money on roads. Good idea. So yeah, we don't need to put towers. Putting walls here, though, I think is smart. That way you have some kind of buffer. If they do land, you have something they have to get through before, you know, they can destroy everything that you've built. There we go. There's a lot of coastland here. Okay, so there's 3 coastal areas. We got this coastal area. And then we got a coastal area over here. This is actually a really cool place for fish production, things like that. And I think this is probably a good spot for a wall. Put that there. Okay. So we got our buffers right there. I always just use the upgrade tool to build houses personally. At a minimum, what we should do is get up a pre-industrial area for wood. So, these are 1-to-1 ratios. So every woodcutter at 100 needs 1 sawmill. Yeah, we can definitely go out of blueprint mode. Get those guys up. I love these diagonal roads for these situations here. You do want to make sure that you're not just, because you are destroying trees, you just want to make sure that you have 80. We have 133, so we can destroy a few trees, no issue. All right, so there is that. This area over here, we need to connect via some kind of road. So this to me looks like slightly the edge of everything, so we'll connect it like that. Okay, so now we can build out our city over here, and this is perfect. This is about the right size, and then yes, the peasant area is going to go over here. So when I say peasant area, what I'm saying is tier 1 to tier 2 houses I'm actually going to have over here using the main governor villa, and I'm going to be using the secondary governor villas for the tier 3 into tier 4. And the reason for that is a lot of the workforce increase people that you can purchase are only for the first 2 tiers. So I actually, in my design, I'm going to have a better area for them, and I'm going to hyper focus on other things. So we're hyper focusing on income in this build. So of course I made an Excel guide for this because everything needs to be placed exactly in the right tile. And I tried about 20 different variations of this before I got what you see in front of you. We have enough room on the side here. We have everything we need. So we're going to pause the game like we have, and we're just going to start. So this is going to be 4x2 with a latrine and a well right there. So we're just going to get this up here and like I said, you don't need to do this. I know I'm spending all of my money on roads, but I want to show you guys how this all works. Okay. Here's the watchtower, latrine. Here's the well. 2 homes here. 4 homes here. The Grammaticus is going to rest inside here. We're going to have a watchtower here. I'm just going to road this off. And we could bring this over. Okay. And then we're going to have a second little spot here with a 5x2. And so the market, the tavern, all the buildings are going to be able to hit everything pretty much perfectly when you upgrade to the second road. So Marble Road does not increase the range of anything, the 3rd tier road. All it does is add prestige value. So just keep that in mind, that it's probably not worth it because it also increases the maintenance cost. But that's totally up to you. This build, we're going to have so much money that we could do it. And if you want to unlock certain achievements, you do need to hit certain, prestige levels. So you may want to do it for 1 or 2 gameplays, right? Okay. So the market's going to go in this area here. Here we go. And we are going to have a warehouse out over here. You can see in the design, we actually need this up probably now. And I am actually going to build out these houses and these houses because we need to unlock. So I'm going to unpause real quick. Okay, let's get up some of the basic stuff. It would be nice to be able to just like place the marketplace down and some of the other buildings. Just it will give us a nice frame of reference. So get this fishy hut up. Beautiful. And for the porridge, again, we're going to move a lot of this. And I linked the Anno 117 calculator that I'm using in the description of the video if you're wondering where I'm getting these figures from. So forage is a 1-to-1 ratio. And if you hold shift, you can extend the fields further so that when you upgrade your technology, you're ready to go. At that point, we're going to have to use the production tab to figure out our ratios because we're going to be at like at 100, especially when you add in the aqueduct and all that stuff, you're going to be at like 150%. But we're going to just use the simple ratios for now. So we're going to build this area out here as our farming area, but change it. So you can see it's 80 tiles, right? You need 1 tile free. If you hold shift while doing it, you can go beyond. See, I can go beyond, and I can go to the maximum. So the maximum, I think, is like 180. So you only get the benefit of 80 till you get that tech point, but it allows you to, just do that. That's really cool. So this is a 1-to-1 ratio. All All right, we're going to put the porridge stand over here. A little bit of a jaunt. And get you up. And then we just need 3 wood. So I'm gonna let them build up just a little bit. We're actually gonna potentially build out some more houses. We just need our population to rise so we can get the market and the tavern. And let's go down here and start exploring. So we're gonna send him here. So this island has lavender. And we have lavender, but it has oysters, and oysters are actually something we need for the late stage of the game, and it has gold. This is a good island. It's expensive though, so hopefully we can get it. There is a little bit of RNG in that respect, right? Like if the AI takes the island. And so we desperately need fish. Shouldn't have workforce issues, but we do. Once we get some fish in, that's going to help raise the population. Once I can get the oat farm up, that's going to help raise the population. Let's speed this up just a tad bit. This stage of the game takes just a tad bit of time. You got to get them all Riley. Okay, so yeah, there's a little quest that comes up. You can either seize as good, but it gives you massive happiness. I always purchase. Always purchase. Okay, looks like no warehouse in range. No, they didn't used to need the warehouse. They used to be able to just bring it straight to the sawmill. Okay, 100, 100, 100, 99. Okay, right here. We just had to bring it down a little bit. That's interesting. All right, so we found ourselves a new island. This island has, everything that we want. Blacks, boards, marble, minerals, and more lavender. Soap, I didn't realize soap requires 4 lavender per 2 soap makers. I think, let me look at the thing real quick. Yeah, for soap you need 4 lavender, 1 pig, 2 renderers, and 2 soap makers. That's the perfect ratio. So, I bet you when you go from 80 to 180, you could boot that down to 2 lavender per. So it would be like 1 lavender per soap maker at that point. But in the early stages of the game, you need excessive amounts of lavender. That was something I did not know. So it's good to look at these production ratios, get a little bit more dialed in. And yeah, let's just keep exploring. So this island here also has really good resources. Marble and mineral deposits, but not a whole lot. It's not a bad island. We found the trader. Beautiful. Now, my understanding is these NPC traders will come, and thanks to Taka for going through a lot of this information. I watched one of his guides. Basically, he's saying that each trader will come to the island and they have a cap limit of 1,700. So someone was asking me, why do you establish trade routes when, the NPC traders will buy everything? And it's a good point. So just take that into consideration. Like wood and certain things like that probably aren't worth establishing trade routes for, but things where if the excess value of selling them in bulk is like extreme, you're going to want to set up trade routes for those. So, but yeah, for those low-hanging fruit items where you're getting like 200 or 400 a pop, you're probably better off just coming over here and setting your trade post up. Another thing Taka mentioned too is if your storage is full, so say like I have a building that's giving an area effect bonus, it turns off if it's not producing. So you need to sell all your excess goods, and you need to make sure that those buildings are constantly producing to get those benefits. So there were a few things I had at max production, and so we weren't getting the benefits like the +1 income area effect from that. So again, shout out to Taka. You should check his channel out. He does a fantastic job explaining these mechanics. So there's some good stuff there. And all right, so let's get the porridge up. So the reason I'm getting porridge and fish up right now, and I'll show you here in a second, the oats, and this is really important to establishing your money early game and your population early game. If you come over here to Libertas, you can see fish, the attributes is +1 pop, +1 income, and porridge is +2 population. So we want to quickly get our population up. We want to get into porridge and all that jazz. So let's get up some more houses. All right, continue. Okay, this is the island we want. This has olives, resin, more sturgeon, iron, and gold. This is the island we want right here. This is this is a big island actually though. Yikes. Okay, so we got the marketplace and the tavern, so we can get back to it. And we're gonna have a road. This road is to increase the radius of the Grammaticus. So we're gonna have a Grammaticus right here. We're going to have a bakery here. We're going to have a garum here. And we're going to have an epicure of water here. We're going to have an officium over here. There's a lot of jazz in this area. So this is important. We're going to go up 4 tiles from here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to go over 6 tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the market. And then this is the road, 7 for the road. If I did that correctly, this should fit. And it does. So here is your market. We're going to have a road here. We're going to have an olive press here. We're going to have our tunics and everything down here. So let's unpause just a little bit. I'm going to build these guys out. The tavern's going to go down here. Build that out. You can see it's kind of nice to have these buildings, you know, preemptively. And then we're going to wait for our tunics and hats. There we go. So we're going to have the pious pelter right here. And this is going to hit every building. So you can see this gives income. This gives income. These are awesome. We got our spinner. We got our hat maker. And right here, later on, we're going to have an olive press. And then from there, now you could just, you know, do copy paste. It's always nice like this. And then you can just wrap roads around by just highlighting the area. And then we're going to have the exact same setup that you see over here, right here. Oops. Yep. No, that's right. That looks weird. Okay, it's right. Get the road out. The road down. And this is actually the edge. This is the edge. And then there's a 1 tile gap. So this is the cool part, because once you know where this is, you can just do this. This is the edge. And then the center section here is all of the houses. Now that we have the bottom down, we can get the mid section here and then the tall section. You can see we have a massive area over here to which we can build our shanty town. And over here, we're going to just do a ton of farming and industry, all that jazz, because we have easy access to 2 aqueduct systems there. We have a lot of river tiles over here too. A lot of good stuff. So we're going to continue to get this up, but the bottom area, we should definitely start building out houses, getting that money coming in. We definitely need to do this. So these guys over here, your tunics, your spinners, 1 hemp farm early game is equal to 1 spinner, and actually 1 sheep farm is equal to 2 hats. So that's a good one to know. That's a kind of interesting distinction. So this is 1 to 1. This is 1 to 2. So you only need 1 sheep farm per 2 hat makers. We'll get those guys going. Get some more houses. We're doing a beautiful job. Okay, and the width on this area is exactly 22 tiles. So we're going to use houses once more. So there's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. So this would be 22, and this would be where the road is. We can do this. Oh, look at that. And there's our aqueduct to go straight down into this area. Perfect. And then, yeah, you're going to have a road system, but it only goes partial way. The one over here goes all the way, and that's fine. You can do whatever you want with it. But the theater will go down here. The forum, I mapped all this out perfectly so every building would be hit. It was kind of hard to get these guys in the right area. And you don't have to worry about the Coliseum. The Coliseum just needs to be close by. It has an insane range. We're probably going to put the Coliseum right here so that it hits all of the residentials that we're going to have. And so the temple's going to go here. The baths are going to go up here. We can have a road, forum, Custodia, Vigilis, Vidices, and a warehouse in the bottom corner. We'll have a warehouse down here, and that will service the majority of all the buildings here. Now you can see that this design is actually a little flat, right? A little flatter than some of my other designs. So you could probably do this on a medium-sized map. It might be a little difficult, but... And any extra area we have, we can just make up a design. The concept here is to maximize income, all right? Just maximize how much money we're making. There we go. And then the road is on the second tile in the market. So here's the corner. Here's one tile in. Here's two tiles in. So right here. And you can always move things around if you get it wrong, because probably will. It's a little interesting design I have here, right? And this road goes all the way across. So we have the officium here, and we have the loom weavery here, one of the most important parts of the build. Cistern's gonna go right here, and so the market is gonna go up 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the full road is gonna be right here. Okay, beautiful. So this is gonna be the loom, this is gonna be the officium. Cistern's gonna go right here. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're gonna have 2 roads. This is going to connect the vintner. Now the vintner is an area effect, so you don't need a bottom road here because it's not going to increase anything for you. Okay? And sandals are going to go right here in the design. And we're going to have ourselves a house here, here, all the way around the edge. I like this little wraparound design that I kind of came up with around these guys. It works. And this gets a lot of houses into the design. So we've pretty much, that was the hardest part. So now you're going to have a house here. This is going to go all the way up. You can do whatever you want here. I put a well in the design here. Now I was not able to fit the watchtower on this side, so you could probably try to fit a watchtower in down here. I went for fire protection. I had to move a lot because of the cistern coming in. The cistern's going to come in right here, and it's going to hit everything in this area, so it's beautiful. The latrine's going to go right here. You're going to have yourself a hat maker right here. Oopsie daisy. Yeah, no, that's the right spot. Hat maker right here. And the road going up right here. I know it looks a little weird and janky, but that's how I got it to work. And then you're going to have a 2x4 for housing. Those spots. Boom, 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 boom. You're going to have a sanctuary right here. So sanctuary right here, and an extra tavern up top. You can see how everything lines up, and we have a little room at the top. And that's cool. We can do whatever we want up here. We probably should take the aqueduct from right here, to be honest. Use this guy for this area down here, so that works out too. So we're definitely going to want to do this. There we go. And then, yeah, we'll have to have... the temple sticks up a little bit. So we'll do it like this. There we go. Just like that. That will give us our aqueducts into both areas. And look how small of a... That's really small. We're not going to need a whole lot to get our first aqueducts. And the baths and the temples are all going to be in radius of everything. So we're good there. And now we can seal off the top. Again, you don't need to do this. I know I'm burning through all my cash, but I want to show you guys how to do this. Okay. So the sanctuary goes right here. And again, we're going to have 2x4s here. This one, we are actually going to do all the way around. This guy doesn't need it because he has sides. We're going to have ourselves a spinner here. Latrine, watchtower, well. I have a second watch. No, you don't need that. You could put the watchtower here too. There's going to be like a couple little extra spots. And boom, that is it. Of course, we need these buildings out over here. We'll have a road that goes down into the Epicure of Water to increase its range. But there are some road systems here. So this is it. And you could just copy paste this over, but the problem is you need the inverse, right? So the middle section of this needs to be basically reversed. So the way I would do this, if I were you, is I would copy it over like this. You can see this is going to be the whole city, and the other city is going to be, honestly, we can build out the main peasant city right here. We can have our Colosseum right here in the center of all of it, and then we'll most likely need another bath and all that, and I'm going to design that one on the fly. So the top and the bottom aren't going to change. What's going to change is this middle section. The marketplace is kind of your buffer. So you're basically just going to mirror the design. So this is all perfect. All you need to do is destroy the middle. And we're going to start with the road system. So the roads start 3 tiles from here. 1, 2, 3. So this road goes up here. This is where the officium is. At the edge, it goes up almost all the way here. The loom is there. This comes down all the way. The cistern sits right there. Houses all along the bottom here. 1 house here. 1, 2, 3. Like I said, just look at the Excel. The vintner is right here. 3 tiles in. 1, 2, 3. Just a little bit jagged from this road. So here's that. We're going to have ourselves a sandal right here. So this is done. That's it. That's all you have to do there. We're going to have a bakery right here. At this point, you have the roads as your guide. So you can kind of see like the latrines here. So the bakery road is right here and it goes 4 tiles in. 1, 2, 3, 4. We could probably have done the bakery over here too. Oh, we already did. Yeah, Epicure of Water, Garums. And if you mess up any of this, don't freak out. You can always move stuff. The move tool is your friend down here. You can move entire sections. Okay, and housing all the way down here. Housing 1, 2 here. The road all the way from the tippy top of the house. Garum, Epicure, Bakery, Grammaticus, all your latrines and all that. So there it is. That's it. This is the dialed in design to get everything you want. Now you do have all this open area above. So you can just fill this in with whatever you want. But these areas here, this is your tier 3 and your tier 4 homes. And you could even say all of this should be tier 4 if you're importing, right? So let's go check out the island above. This is a cool island up here. Yeah, grapes are actually vital. This is probably the better of all of them that I've seen because this has grapes. Yeah, this island right here, this is the 3rd island we want to take. This is the first. Sorry. This is the first island we have. This will be our 2nd. This will be our 3rd island over here. I should probably come actually closer to where I am and see if I can find light kinds like that. Okay, so we got the wood production going. We need to get the hemp farm up. We have the basis of the design. We burned through all our cash. We're terrible with money. And this does actually need to come down here. So the cistern is going to run through here. And your Custodia, Vigilis, and all that are here. Like I said, the point of this is you want to center all of the buildings that are actually making you money, okay? You want all of the buildings that are actually making you money here. I rather spend a little bit more money and people on providing those happiness bonuses. And so, yeah, and I ignored certain things because, like, what's the point of doing +1 happiness, -1 health, right? Like, I'm not trying to maximize happiness or health because I don't need to. If you build your buildings right, you can hit 100 on all that stuff. So I find it to be just more detrimental than anything. And here we go. We can get these houses up. Now this design, now we can actually focus on the gameplay. We're gonna come over here, explore some more islands, try to figure out the first island that we're gonna take. And now we need to desperately focus on the economy. Now remember, you can hold shift to expand the hemp fields and all that. We're gonna redesign a lot of this stuff later. I'm not too worried about that, but I did want to show you that functionality. And the second thing to reiterate is make sure you're coming over, hitting pause. Now you can set to sell all. So all your base resources, you're fine. Realistically, it's the consumer goods. Consumer goods, you want to sell everything that you have. A raw material you can keep, but it's wise to sell those too. Agricultural goods you can keep or sell, but your construction and mainly your consumer goods, you want to make sure you're selling, because if these get full, they stop producing and you stop getting those bonuses. Shout out again to Taka for that one. That was huge. I did not know that until I watched one of his videos. That's a pretty big deal. So just keep that in the back of your head. So let's get all these up. And then also, as Taka pointed out, that he thinks it's around 1700. This gen over here and the other gen will come and buy things from your island. You can set it through here, and they bring about 1700 at a time. So, and some people have pointed that out, that it's better to just do that rather than do trade routes on the lower selling items. So I do have the Celtic material pack and the Roman material pack, and I got these from being awesome. So we're gonna actually use one. So we did just get a bunch of material to help us building out. Then we're going to use it. So, got some clay tile. Beautiful day for us. And this market will hit everything once you upgrade to concrete roads. So I don't have concrete roads research, so of course I can't do anything there, but let's do this. And we're gonna get 2 of these up. Okay, so we have one. We're gonna need 2 hemp farms. We already have the sheepage over here, but we are gonna need multiple hemp farms. Beautiful. This is a 1-to-1 ratio as we discussed earlier. And we are a little bit away. Let's see, can I bring him here? And can I bring you guys here and still get my... Yep, okay. I brought him a little closer. And we do have some gents over there, and that's a beautiful thing. But what we need to do now is get some of these houses up to tier 2 as soon as possible. And so we just need silly hats, and the silly hats are coming. We do have sheepage over here. So yeah, 1 sheep, 2 hat makers. That does seem to be accurate. We are going to be as kind to the people around us as possible. Oh, look at this. So this island, we have olive and resin. This is a smaller island too. It will be really cheap. It also has the shells, which are cool. It has oysters, which we're going to need. Iron deposits. That's cool. Down here, iron, shells. Ooh, this is better. This is much better because we can grow... Oh, yes. This is the island we want first. This is a big island. It's going to set us back, but it's going to be a very powerful island for us to have. And we got to be careful about the pirates. Down here we have marble, mineral deposit. This isn't a bad island for our 3rd island because it's going to be cheap. And down here, another. So, oh no, it's the same one. And we have the same setup down here, actually, with lavender. Yeah, stay away from the pirates. The pirates are black now because I took the red color. So this is going to be the 2nd island. We'll take that for marble and the minerals. So yeah, between these 2 islands here, we got a lot going on. Oh crap, they're attacking us. Okay, let's go see if we can find anything above ourselves though. And we're going to pause-ish. We're going to go to slow mode. Yeah, we got a good thing going on here. And we just need to upgrade our houses now. Let's take this whole bottom section to tier 2. Oh yeah. Okay, let's get that bread going. Now bread is one that I kind of gave a pass on because I'm not going to do clay little jug thingies because they're 1 income for -2 fire safety. They kind of suck. But bread is the exception, and you could take this out of the design. I'm just gonna. This is one where I'm gonna leave it up to you. Okay, I'm gonna leave it up to you whether you want to include it. I think it's worth the fire risk because it's a 1-to-1 ratio, but you could easily make an argument that it shouldn't be included. So, like, I'll leave that up to you. I think it's not a big deal, but ultimately it's your call, right? So we're gonna pause. Now we also do have a garum works down here. So -2 happiness, +1 wealth. The reason I did that is because happiness, in my opinion, is relatively easy to get up. So a garum right there. We're not at a place, or are we? Oh, we can actually do garum. So we're going to do garum as well. Because if you look at garum, attributes is +2 income, +1 happiness. So we lose some happiness, but we gain an absorbent amount of wealth. And let's look at the ratio for garum, because we can also trade this. So garum is 2 fishies, 1 salt to 3 garum works. Okay, so we could potentially do 1, 1, and 1. We could definitely do 1, 1, and 1 for now. But when we expand this, we'll want to get the best bang for our buck. So that would technically be, you know what? It seems kind of silly to not do it proper, right? Like, because we can trade this and make an absolute fortune. So we're just going to go the distance. We're going to get 2 fishies. We're going to get 1 salt, and we're going to get 3 garums. Eventually, 2 of them will be within the towns. You see the happiness is going to kind of hit here. So we'll have a few over here. And this is kind of eating into my clay. So I want to be kind of safe. A little too much. Now I tried to balance this out between things that make me money. Yeah, 1 income. And you could also take this out too. But I feel like you could lose the happiness, no problem. And you hit the majority of houses in the design with this one. It's kind of hard to get everything. But I felt it was kind of cool. You know, make some money off that. So we can have a total of 3. How much clay is this using? Only 2 tiles? Okay. I think this might be a good early game trade item right here. Let's do that.
There is a shortage of workforce in one of your cities.
And we need a few more plebs. So we're going to get up another row right here. And another back row. We'll need to be a little safe. You know, we're going to have to get up peasant land here sooner rather than later, most likely. But that's okay. And we're just going to... Ooh, pardon her, +1 happiness. Emperor doesn't like it. Pay her. All buildings get -1 belief +2 knowledge. Let's do it.
Legacies are with such choices.
We almost went broke, but it's okay. That +2.
I await
I'm
instruction.
not going to take...
Just men are rare as white
I'm not going to
girls.
take it because I want to save it. I don't know if that works, but we're on the up and up. Now we have research points. We're going to go into the sewing circles to get +1. Because when this thing ends, we can use our sewing circles as a way to generate knowledge. And that basically means we permanently can start researching. That's why I did that. I probably should have taken the bailout, but that's okay. Now the officium's 0-0 right now. So the governor's villa, I'm not going to use here. We're using the officiums in this design. It hits everything perfectly. The governor's villa is going to be saved for the peasant paradise area that we're going to have.
Our scouts
Kind of like
have
right
sighted
here.
New land.
And we might save this space for some other stuff. But we're doing pretty decent right now. So the sanctuary goes up here in the design. You can see it's going to hit everything once we upgrade the roads. The Grammaticus isn't going to be perfect, but it's going to hit a lot of the houses. And you can put that here. I mean, you could switch it out with the Vintner if you wanted to. But I think it makes a good amount of sense right there. So there's Grammaticus. Now we have knowledge too. And I probably didn't need to do it on the other guy. But you can see that there is not actually a whole lot going on in here. Sandals will be one of the next things we get up. Upgrade all of these houses here. So our main objective now is to start amassing vast sums of wealth. This isn't a bad island, but it's not also perfect. Yeah, we just burned through a lot of money. That was kind of silly. Okay. And yeah, we might start getting out this area over here, to be honest.
Oh, Governor! Diana Augusta. Mother reckons
Speed
keeping
this
the
up.
codices does me good. But I'm literally dying to get back to Rome.
This is definitely like a smaller little template city that's a little bit more, you know, dialed in and focused. I'm kind of stoked about the Garum. So, remember what I said, you don't get any bonuses if you have excess. So, raw materials, not a big deal. But it's these consumer goods. So, we want to say all goods. Sell everything when we're above 75. Minimum stock 75. I think that's actually pretty healthy. That's perfect. We'll literally just sell everything that we've ever possessed. It's much faster. It's a smart way to make money. And then we don't have to think. We don't have to go through everything really slowly. Set patron to Ceres for the production. I just always go with her.
Ceres, the more plentiful their yields.
Alright. Alright, we're going to get the marketplace up. We are going to get up some houses back here. We got ourselves another hat maker and another spinner. Remember what I said about those 1-to-1 ratios. We're going to need ourselves another hemp farm. Okay. Hemp farm there. We can get 2 more hat makers up, but we'll have to do this for now. Beautiful. See, wood is becoming an issue.
Our scouts have sighted new.
And we can see over here we got an island. Ooh, this isn't a bad island right there. Not at all. One might argue it's a very good island. That's a pretty crap island. Alright, so we got a lot of contenders. So we're going to swim back here, get the hemp farm up. Most likely we're going to need more porridge here in a bit. Gotta be careful. Don't lose out on those. Looks like we need a warehouse.
Just as the goldfish implied. Benito,
Some of these houses.
ritually pure
There we are.
interpreter of all.
And yeah, we just need to get that money cranking in. Definitely need to get sandals. Sandals is probably like my favorite in the whole game. Oh, nice. They're offering us 10 grand. That's the best way to get that 10 grand right there. Okay. Let's come down and look to see how much it's going to cost us to take a place like this. Let's try to get our first coastal city over here. This is my jam, though. This is, I think, is one of the like the flax and the shells. That means we can make literally make togas here and stuff like that. So that's pretty sweet. Okay, we're in good shape. We're in pretty decent shape. Let's get all you guys to tier 2. Beautiful. We got the trade post improvements. So once we get 25 wood, we can upgrade this, and that's grand because it increases the max storage capacity of the island. 33 grand we don't have. So this is why some people prefer to take the small islands first. Not necessarily a bad idea. This island here has oysters, which is going to be a pretty big deal for us late game. Let's aim for the small island and then try to take the big one. There are a lot of islands, so if you know they gotta watch out for the AI because they will try to take the good stuff. But let's get as many houses. Right now we're just trying to maximize our early game profits, so this is great. We do need to make sure that we have enough fish. I guarantee you that we don't. I don't even have to look at that one. Make sure. Get that up. You can just kind of look. I mean, yes, you can come over here and you can use this. And this thing's pretty good. So it tells you your current supply and demand potential. So it's saying, hey, you're actually going to need more porridge. And I agree. We are expanding rather quickly. This is a 1-to-1 ratio. We're going to need for certain a warehouse in these parts here soon. Let's just do it. Let's just get a warehouse over here. I know it's a cost, but alright. So there's the porridge. We want to make sure that we have lots of porridge because that is giving us, as you can see, +2 population. Very important. The fish also doing fairly decent. We're at a supply of 2 and 2, so that's how you read that. Pretty easy. Now bread, we're got sidetracked, didn't I? All right, bread time. Pause the game real quick. No, so bread is a 2-to-2 ratio. It's 2 wheat farms, 1 flour, and 2 bakeries. That's how that works. So you could argue we should probably just get up both bakeries now in their appropriate spots, even though it's going to cause massive fire problems, but whatever. I'm hoping the charcoal burner is enough. That's actually one that I don't have the exact figure on, but we'll figure that out as we go. But yes, we are going to need 2 little wheat farms here. And again, I'm going to move all of this. So not too worried. I'm going to move this guy over just 1. Okay, so that's all she wrote there. And now we need to get a grain extractor. We just need the wood. Yeah, that starting clay tile thing we got. Pretty darn important. Mostly wood holding us back. So we'll get the bread going. That's going to give us another massive bump. Not only the area of effect, but them just having access to it. You're going to see quickly that we're going to become very wealthy here. So 7,500, we're taking this island right now. I'm not even going to wait. Alright, we'll send our ship back. So we have this isle up. We're going to use a very simple build strategy here. This is a very small island. Okay, very small. So we need to be smart. We're going to just use 2x3s. That's so weird the way that one tile looks like 4. Okay, yeah, we're just going to use a very simple setup here. Like that. And we want to make sure that we have the minimal basics. You desperately need to make sure that you get oats here. That +2 population is immense. I don't even know if you need the income or all that jazz, but you definitely need to get up your fishies and all that jazz. Okay, so we need some wood. So our next objective is to get some wood. So 100 here, 100 here. Get a road. You know, Get 2 guys like that. Get a road down. I'm just slapping this all together. That should work. That should get us what we need. But that, we've claimed there. Oh, they went right for it. They went right for it. So they got it. And that does suck for me. But it's okay. It's okay. I might cry a little. We're gonna have to get all our oh, we're not gonna be able to get enough resin from here though. Yeah, the island kind of sucks. All the fertility's good. Resin's gonna be an issue. You know, oysters are probably gonna be great. We have 2 coastlines, oysters, lots of oysters here. We got iron. That's good. But what we really need is a big island, like this guy down south. We need flax, these boards, and all of this right here in large quantities. There's another island over here, a smaller one that we can take for resin, and we'll probably do that at a later point. I'd like to take this big island, and I'd like to take this island, and that's kind of the importance of quickly growing the economy over here, because the faster we grow here, the more money per turn we're going to start making. That's a pretty big deal. You can see we're already starting to get there. Okay. And grain mill is next. And there's still this bug where if you have the resources, sometimes things don't build. Nice, we have the sandal maker. There you are. Get the grain mill up. Get the warehouse. And the piggies and all that jazz. We can get a road over here. This isn't a bad spot. I'm going to move the warehouse over here. Now this soap is really hard. And I don't put soap in my designs because they're too negative. Just build them off alone in your industry area. No big deal. But what we're going for right now is sandals. Sandals is 1 pig, 1 salt, and 2 tanneries per 4 sandal makers. So, wow, I was way overproducing my tanneries. I can see why I've seen people just import the leather because you don't need a whole lot of it to make sandals. Not a bad strategy, actually. Like, because then you don't have the pigs, you don't have any of these negatives, because look at these negatives. -2 happiness, massive negatives. So what you do is you essentially just come over to well, first we need to place it in the design. The design, it goes right here. Oh, that's the wrong side. My bad. On this side, it goes right here. In the design, it goes right here. On that side. Okay, so that hits a large chunk of them. And again, you can maneuver all. You know, you can say, I want it here where the garum is. You know, do what you will. It's really hard to get everything like in an exact spot. There we go. That does seem to get a large chunk of everything. Yet, you can get 4 of these sandal makers. So I am wondering if just importing the tannery is wise. I think it probably is, to be honest. If we come over here to intermediate goods, we can set a buy order for 75 and 75 and just import it. Let's try it. Let's try it, right? And you need 4 lavender, I think 2 renderers, and 1 pig per soap. But you can see soap gives population increase. And those are some of my favorites.
This empire back on its feet won't be easy.
Yeah, Hail Caesar. Why not?
If your attack is going well, you're walking into an ambush.
Okay, and yeah, sandal maker is like one of the most important ones. So let's just keep getting these guys up.
Kissing me cheeks, I like it.
We definitely want to get the bread going. All right, so we got this guy over here. He's producing grain. We got 2 wheats. We got the flour mill. Should be good. That should be all she wrote. You come over here, you can see fish, garum. So garum
has started in your city.
We should actually be... Well, what's going on? Alright, they're making garum. It's just going to take time for it to catch up. And you can see we're already having fire issues. So, come over to design. The vigilas are right here in the design. 4 tiles. Alright, so we need to get clay production up. And clay is just 1 clay pit per 2 tile makers. So that's all she wrote right there. Now we're gonna need, in my opinion, most likely a little bit more charcoal. Get a charcoal guy up right here. Swing that around. Okay, I think we're in good shape. And now we need to focus on money. So this is my favorite way to make money in the game, is literally to build. Just build. Build a bunch of houses, and not only build those houses, but start stacking them. Our research is cute over here. Let's get +3 income from fishing. That's another thing you can do. I like to go into workforce. So I unlock this through, you know, the Hall of Fame and all that stuff. And there's just a lot you can do here. So we're going to go for that. That's an easy, low-hanging fruit. Then we're going to go into market focus to increase. Watchtowers, quarter mastery, and wells. And we'll just leave it there. Start getting those buildings unlocked. Now you could make an argument in the design that I do have a spot for an olive press right here. It just gives +1 health. You could say, I don't really care about the olive press, and you could put this guy down here instead. But it's the only olive press I have in the design, and it helps to offset some of the negatives from some of the other buildings. But realistically, your Vigilettus and all these guys are going to really... These are going to increase your coppers, and the hospital, they increase happiness substantially. Like, +2, and yeah, health +2 right there. So, you have a lot of buildings that are going to help you out there. Some people like to sell ships, too, for money early game. It's a wise way to do it, but we're just going to focus on ripping and roaring. We need about 30 grand. Okay, we got clay tile production going. Going pretty darn strong now. Oop, we did not get the sheeps up. Okay, we got that problem again, where blueprint issue. Alright, and we're probably going to need one more hemp farm. Okay, we got hemp production over here. Beautiful day in the neighborhood. Alright, we're going to do another hemp farm over here. We're gonna blast it down from here. I'm eventually going to move all this, but for now, it's doing the job. Alright, that's how much I need for 4. Oh, we can pay for a festival. 2 grand for income area effect +1. Why not? Gives me 806 per turn now. No warehouse in range. Well, that sucks. So yeah, I'm going to have to add to my Excel sheet, because I didn't realize that. Another warehouse up over here. There we go. Put that in the corner. One there, one there, one there. That seems to work. All right, fire prevention is there. Custodia goes right here. That's +2 happiness. Medical facility is going to go right here. That's going to help. All these things right here are going to help negate some of this stuff here. See, we got some issues, but some of it's going to go away. Yeah, we're just going to pause this for now. And hopefully we can import enough leather to make this work. Fish markets was discovered. That's +3 per fish. It would behoove us. We would be behooved to get a fishy here and a fishy here just for that +3 in income. We have been behooved. There we go. And there we go again. All right. So he'll come in and help out, but that's +3 income on all those houses right there, which is pretty sweet. Okay, let's get this tavern up in the back. The tavern was the hardest one. It's just impossible to place it in a way that hits everybody without sacrificing the good stuff down here. So we have a vintner going here. Okay. Okay. So now we're at 1,000 per turn, which means we can go and take our 3rd island. Now we need to take the best island we can, which is this guy down here. This guy down here has lavender and a lot of other good stuff for us. So where do we want to land? Let's land right here in this cove. This is a good place. Yeah, right in here. And we're going to build on this island. And then I'm going to take this island too. And then I'll probably take this island. We're going to take as many islands as we can. So it's going to be really important that we're just maximizing the wealth. But so far, so good, right? There we go. Gets the health going up. You see fire's a bit out of control. What are you going to do? All right. And the design, we need to get all these buildings down. Okay, the Custodia goes up on the third tile of the first house. Right here. And there should be a road like this right above that. Okay, if I did that correctly, and then 3 tiles down. 1, 2, 3, like that. If I did that correctly, we should be in good shape. But we definitely want to get all of this out. Okay. And when we upgrade roads and all that jazz, things will be better for us. I would actually add a road right here. So this guy can pull out over there. Make sure that you are definitely... Yeah, if you don't have your roads connected right, you're going to have a bad time. There we go. There we go. And once we upgrade, we'll be in good shape. And then this guy, we can literally just copy paste over. I think it goes. It actually doesn't matter if I get this part wrong. That might be in the wrong spot. That's okay. Get these guys over here. Give them bonuses. Beautiful. We actually have room right here. Almost have enough room for an additional building right here. Oh, so close. So close. But this should be good. I think the only thing we're going to not have is some healthcare over here in this corner, We should be decent regardless. And it doesn't look like we're purchasing enough. Let's upgrade the trade post here. So we have a buy order. We need to get some trade deals up. All right, we're down here. How much is this going to cost me? 48 grand. Not enough yet, but we will have enough soon. So let's just keep building out everything here.
Now and then.
Okay. So unfortunately, I don't want to wait. It is a novel idea. We only need 4 sandal makers, which is crazy, by the way. Crazy. We only need 1 pig. I've been substantially overproducing. We need 1 salt. We're already using the other salt for something else. There'll be 2 salt for the garum and all of this, which is crazy. You actually don't need... I was way overproducing. This will give me 2 leather makers. 2 tanneries, I should say. And that will get me 4 sandal makers. We got 1, 2 over here. Now you could argue, why not put more in? More or less, right? Because there is all this room over here. So that's what I'm going to do with this excess room on the side. I don't want this to go to waste. I'm going to put 1 here. And I'm going to put 1 over here. I don't want any of this to go to waste. There's no point. There's no negatives to it. So that's just should produce everything that I need right there. Just this 1 pig. I have a really hard time believing that, but that is what I'm reading. So let's try it out. That's amazing if true. And I don't... So this is the one I don't do. I don't put the... We are going to produce pottery. But it only gives 1 income for -2 fire safety. So I went with the bread because you get 2 income for -2. So it's, it's a 1-to-1. This is 2 fire to 1 income. So this is the one that I don't want to do because the fire risk is really, really hard to keep down. Okay? All right. And I totally spaced on this over here. That's a lot of income that I missed out on. Sorry about that. There we go. And we're selling on all islands, so we're making some money. So now we're over 1,000. So over here, you can see we have all of fertility. So over here, we're going to start producing olives. And with this guy, we definitely want to hold shift and do the whole shebang, right? Get the whole how many? Okay, 260. Same with this guy over here. There we go. Got the whole porridge thing. All right, so we need to bring over... Ooh, we're getting close. We need to bring over clay. I'm going to sit here, though. Ooh, 48 grand. keeps going up. Yeah, we're at 1,000 though. I mean, we're doing fantastic in my opinion. Production pause. But yeah, if we can get some of that stuff coming over, that's going to be good for us. We're going to have to build out our second area. Honestly, I'm probably going to move these sandal makers over into peasant land, because that's a good place to put that stuff. And peasant land is just going to be here and here, and it's just going to be dense areas. It's just going to be a modular build, and I'll show you how I do it. We got one aqueduct here. I want an aqueduct just for peasant land, because we're going to have baths and stuff over there too. We're going to have everything, and then the Colosseum, I think, is going to go right here. We're just going to... We'll hold off on building in this area here, because I do think that this is an ideal location for the Colosseum. The Colosseum's pretty big. We can always move stuff at a later point. Yeah, we should definitely get up the Grammaticus and Religion. That's going to increase our production, along with, you know, all the happiness bonuses you get from that. That's a good one. And of course, we should have in our industry zone over here some kind of fire prevention. And it does look like we are keeping up with production. Too many people transporting. We need to get warehouse refinery. We're going to build a secondary warehouse here just for a touch of time. We're having some trouble keeping up with everything. All right, down here, 22,000, 48. So we have to wait till we're at 38. If you go under 10,000, you risk losing the game. And if you go under 10,000, it triggers a 10-minute timer. And if you don't get below 10,000, you lose. So we gotta be careful. But we're gonna buy this island. And this island's gonna get us through some hard times. Market focus was discovered. Okay, so our markets were increased. So let's come back over here. All right, we're gonna get the olive grower up. We're actually gonna need quite a bit. So let's look. You need 4 olive growers per 3 olive oil. Okay, so 4 to 3. So two should be fine for 1. And 4 for 3. We definitely still need to have an area where we produce everything. And we probably want to hyper-focus that area with an officium, so that we can get some people to lower like the worker requirements. That would be a smart thing to do. We got this whole area over here. But we're doing decent enough. You know, we got the... let's move the garum over here. There we go. Get it out of there. Creating too many negatives. Beautiful. All right, but you can see we're at 1,200. Yeah, we're really ramping up our money now. Okay, 48. We're at 28. 10,000 more to go. I would highly suggest you focus on taking as many islands as possible. Let's okay. So the Governor Villa is going to cost us $1,000 to put down. I say we just do it. Wood and all that can be brought over here. This is a beautiful place for it. We will need to, unfortunately, get a warehouse down, which will cost me 100 coins. But then I can do this. Bring it here. Get the road. Bring him underneath. And then now we can start, because if I can get the peasants going over here, this is great. This is also going to be our farmland eventually. Right now, this whole area over here is perfect for early game. Here's another woodcutter. We got 100% right there. Get another road in. All right. And delete all this jazz. Okay, we got a charcoal burner there. Beautiful. So we got this whole area right here. Now I got to be careful because the streams can't cross. Okay. So this guy down here, he's great, but this can't intersect. So I want to put this in a place where I can build... Oh, this is actually perfect right here. So this is where the Governor's Villa is going to go. And so we're going to use the Governor Villa as the basis of this design. I'm not going to wall it off or do any of that jazz, because honestly, I don't think you need to. What we want to do now is I might switch up the rows here, is get housing around it. And you can see the 2x3 kind of what I go for in my peasant areas. So 3, circle it, boom. I'm probably going to work on a more modular a peasant area too at some point in the future. 2x3s. Put that up. Look at that. Perfect. And what we want to do now is hyper focus. So what I would probably end up doing this. You just have basically a 2-tile gap in the center. Market. Do a tavern. That. Bring the lines down. Over. That gives you a spot for some cool stuff here. We got a 3x3 there. We could probably put a couple of things. You could probably even, honestly, probably just put like a road. Make it look cool. I'm kind of just freestyling. Here we go. Actually, what we should put here, if possible, is a sandal maker. So I'll move the market like this. Put the sandal here. And then we could just do roads like this. They don't do much, right? The tavern, unfortunately, I think would be better suited in a spot like that. Let's see. All right. So he still gets everybody. He still gets everybody. The tavern gets everybody. He gets everybody. Everybody wins. All right. So we have a square that looks like that. That's not bad. And we're going to use the governor villa. And we're going to start. Okay, so income area effect. We're going to keep the income area effect for our big leagues. Workforce from residents. Now keep in mind, Liberty and Wade are residents. The Liberty is one of the minor houses, okay? One of the minor ones. So he's going to go there. That's just these guys. It's the tier 1 house. That's what I was saying. This is a tier 1, tier 2 area. That's what this is going to be. It might even just be all tier 1 houses. It's just poorest of the poor.
Your first soldiers think they're ready.
And so
I dare say the beginning of a mighty legion.
I'm going to steal one of the sandal makers and put him over here. Ah, crap. Okay. All right. Sandal maker right there, right? Warehouse guy down here. Okay. Tavern. And we'll get the market up here in a second. Speed this along. You see we're at 1200. We're at 28. We're getting close. Got watchtowers discovered. Gotta stop spending money. But this is a good way to make money right here. And we're probably gonna have to get up a few other buildings now. Okay. But this is pretty amazing because we're getting workforce from residents plus 40% on all the tier 1s here. So that's a huge surplus of workers. It is going to cost us a pretty penny though, it looks like. No, we just lost the +1 income effect. Right, we're at 31. Once we hit 38, we're golden. So far, so good. Looks like we're in good shape. Let's look at our production chains. So yeah, hemp, we need one more. That's that 1-to-1 ratio. We need a fraction of the sheep to account for everything. So one more sheep and one more hemp. These 1-to-1 ratios are real straightforward. Okay, I'm not too concerned about losing the charcoal here. So let's get you out. For the sheepage, let's get the sheepage. Ooh, can I do it? That's the question. Oh, right here. Nice. I actually kind of like this setup. This might be the way that I build out all my future ones. I like this a lot. Oh, it's too far away, huh?
Under attack.
Okay. There we go. Too far away. Why is it doing that to me? There we go. Cool. All right. Yeah, that's kind of a cool way to do that. You can have your farm. You can have your sheep along the farmer edge. All right, so we're in a good synergy there. Now we got it going on.
Oh, the papyrus work on that sunken flagship.
And you can see that we're really starting to make a lot of money. And right here, on this thick side here, see what we can do. We have a spot for a couple of things here. I like this. What we can do with this spacing is this. Bring in a road on the back side. But what we have the ability to do... Ooh, wait. Let's do this a different way. Yeah, look at that. We bring in a road there. Then I can put a well here. Watchtower here. The only problem is there's no road. Yeah, it don't work. Dog don't hunt, but it's okay. If we were smart, we would just copy the design that I've been using. Just this, and the latrine in the middle. Alright, we'll have a road. But realistically back here, I should actually place other buildings, is what I should do. You put a bakery in here, plus 3 income. This is more for eek. People are getting sick. But this is more for just, you know, people being happy. Oh, that's actually cool. Yeah, let's put fire and a copper in here. That's a good one. And they are getting sick, so a DC. This is the idea, is you just do these 2x3s and you just keep building out. It's a peasant area, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be pretty like this. Alright, and then now we can get more tier 2s. And that's the beautiful thing. Okay, we're at 44,000. Did they sink my freaking ship? Oh no. They sunk my battleship. Okay, well we have... Dude, that's...
The sea
okay.
soaks up every kind of
Now,
food.
they're supposed to let you buy another flagship for super cheap. So, hold on. Yeah, 2,500. Okay. Watch me lose this island now. Okay, we're gonna come down here. We're gonna buy this place out once and for all. But this is great. So this is the main concept, is just continue to spiral this peasant area around your governor, and we're going to keep getting people that add to the workforce. That's all we're going to do. We're just going to supercharge, because your peasant workforce is like one of the ones you need the most, quite honestly, from my experience. Oh man, we're doing so well now. All this is going to be tier 2. We're at 1,300 per turn now.
There are 2. Unless that is...
Oh, look at that. We got a gift. Brutus, Julius. Okay, ready to make my choice. We're going to get our next one. Workforce from residents plus 20. Income 1.5. We're going to go for our workforce. This is probably the best that you can do. It's kind of silly. I'm not going to lie. Workforce from residents. We might as well just put these guys in here for now. And then take them out. There's no reason not to use them. Okay. Alright. So you can see we're getting a massive workforce now. Okay. Here is this. So let's get this island up 48 grand. And look at that. We got a place for wood right here. And we're just going to put 2 little sawmills right there. Get ourselves up a little road. Have ourselves a good time. And I'm just going to do 2x3s like I always do. Just like I showed you. Get up the... Actually, probably should get up the tavern first. Tavern. And market. And you can literally just click on them. Like that. Fill them in. Do a little road over. You're ready to go. Alright. So now we need to go buy the other island. So like I said, our goal right now is to literally just use our population to make money. And everything, we've put it to literally sell everything. So we don't need to buy leather anymore. Let's just go to all goods, sell all when above 75. We should be at perfect ratios now. So we're gonna make a fortune just off selling.
As painful as it appears, a touch
Okay,
of
and
civil unrest
get the
is
coppers
not
up to get
really
that happiness
growing in
up.
the city.
Get this up to help with health. Everything is stabilizing, or we've maxed out tech already. So yeah, we want available patrols +1 on both of those. That's going to help out a lot. We should upgrade hospitality. We should get the latrine. Come down here. Definitely want to get paved roads. Depots for sure. Warehouse organization. Ooh, there's a lot of good ones. Yeah, down here, available patrols +1. Health area effect +1. And fire safety +1. Let's focus on all of the main city stuff. And then let's come back over here. So we need to get some clay tiles over there now that we bought that island. Throw a bunch of clay tiles in here. Come over here. Let's get the olive trade up. I'll buy a ship. Now that we are bringing in enough money, you can build ships, but I don't like to build them because they take away from your population. All right, watchtower. Well, and then over here, all the watchtowers and wells need to be put in. I'm probably going to do them out of order, just because I am that way. I would put them on opposing sides, personally. Oh, we have a lot of room over here. Huh. Well, okay, watchtower. That's the latrine. Watchtower. Watchtower. Just like that. And that's going to give us fire and happiness. So you can see happiness is no longer really an issue. Opposing sides on all. This one's going to be, well... Oh, wait, we have room for... Nope, that's going to be latrine. Health is more important to me than happiness. And you can do whatever you want here. It's not going to kill you. Okay. Yeah, all those will help out a lot. We should probably... we got 2 right here. That's good. A good spot for them. You could even make an argument about potentially expanding these to 4s or 5s. Especially on this side. Yeah, this side I would make a huge argument that 4s are smarter. And we'll leave this area in the middle open for other buildings. Because yeah, it's going to go back. It's going to go back perfectly here. We'll do 4s there. There's some more money. We're at 1,400 per turn. We're over here with the clay tiles. We're going to get up olives. So let's get the olives correct. So it's a 4 to 3 ratio. So we're going to get 4 olives up, and we're going to do 3 over there. We're going to mass produce it so that they have access to it. So in order for us to do that over here, we definitely have the room. Right? It's right down here. Get ourselves a warehouse. And we'll just build along the coastal edges. And we will shift control these to 260. And then we can basically, I'm pretty sure this would be double. Like when we get it all, we get the tech, right? That's 260, 160, 260 to 160. Beautiful. Road correct. All right.
We stand waiting.
We're not going to use this ship. We have 10 grand. We're going to come over here. We're going to buy ourselves a trade ship.
Bene for the money chest.
Go to trade routes. Do trade. This island to this island. Assign our new ship. And load it with the goods. Olives. Establish route. And we're good to go. And now I can come over here. I can unpause this. And so we need 3 of them. So we got 1 over here. What's kind of cool is it's going to give us +1 health, right? So it's not a bad thing to build even over here. Let's place it right here. There we go. That's why I included it in the design. You could take it out if you want, but it's kind of cool. Go get some more of those up. So now you can see things are really starting to come along. I like this build quite a bit. I like this build very much. Let's get these guys to tier 2. Beautiful. It does rely on you getting to concrete roads at a minimum, so just keep that in mind. Okay, so now we're going to focus on getting to tier 3 and to tier 4, building out the rest of the town. We have a good thing going here. We should probably start to think about getting everything organized in the farming sector, but we'll have to play it by ear, because I do have some wood stuff going on over there. Could always move some of the wood stuff over here too. This isn't a bad spot. There's a lot of good wood over here. My main concern right now is we are going to run out of money. No. We're going to have money for some time. We should probably take this island here. Honestly, I'm just going to take as many little islands as I can. So the more I build up these areas, the better, in my opinion. Let's take a peek. Here we have the sandal maker hitting everybody perfect. Honestly, a beautiful spot for him. And we got the spinner hitting almost everybody. We got the hat hitting a lot of people, but not everyone. That's alright. The main thing is we're getting the Governor Villa all up in here. I'll add some more people to the side. For the time being, let's get a few more little spots here. 2, 4, okay. I'm figuring this is going to really increase our wealth right there. Building that out. We got plenty of spots over here. can't remember if I got one of these guys over here yet. Fit there. I mean, he'll fit right here, though. +1 health really isn't that big of a deal, though, for the space, you know what I mean? It just really isn't. It's nice having it there, but not really that big of a deal. So we needed 4 of them. We got the trade route up. We needed 3 for 4. Oh, sorry, no, it's 4 for 3. Okay. That's 1, 2, 3. Might as well do a 4th one. Right behind everything here. Holding shift out so we can get all of it now. Okay. So there is 4 of those. And what else are we going to get here? Resin. Okay. Now resin requires requires a bunch of trees. So we can put one here. One here. One here. Eventually we'll get the technology which allows us to do a little bit better job. Okay, let's just make sure these are all at 100. 34 out of 45 because of the roads. I really messed this one up. Okay. Get the road like that. Yeah, that one sucks. 41 out of 45. 45 there. That's okay. Yeah, so let's go back to our ship and upgrade this to also be resin. And this is actually something we can import. Establish that route. Alright, we're back in business. And we should probably get a few more workers. And we should probably upgrade a few spots. These guys down here. Okay, in order to upgrade, we are going to need the basic stuff here. So we'll need to get a spinner up. Thinking we'll do that on this side, and a hat. Now we know the rules, 1-to-1 ratios. So let's do the hemp field right here. In the thick of everything. For a sheep farm right here. There we go, perfect. That will allow us to have a couple tier 2 people to work on some of this stuff. Man, we are cruising on the tech. Alright, and down here we can start getting this up. Alright, get the basics going. We don't need anything here yet, so it's just good just to get everything going. Now remember, we are selling all goods. Sell all. We'll do minimum, maximum 75. That way when we upgrade, be in good shape. Probably want to get some clay tiles over there. So let's get a little bit of clay tiles for the secondary island. Even 15 is going to make a huge difference. Bring that down here so we can upgrade our guy. Oh, he wants us to pay a ransom or the pirates are going to attack us. That's okay. Pirates can bring it on. We're missing the olives, but we'll have that soon. So for pottery, like I said, there are certain buildings I don't want to include. Pottery is one of them because the fire safety -2 for 1 income just isn't worth it in my opinion. And we're going to get up 2 potters. Now we need 1 clay and 2 resin per 2 potters. We have like 2.5 resin, and I'm actually okay with that. That means we're going to need 1 more clay. And I'm trying to think. Yes, sir. Right there is a good spot. We're going to have a bridge going over here. Guy is really far away. But yeah, we're going to produce the pottery. We're just, you know, not going to muddy the waters, so to speak. Looks like we're able to produce clay and get it all the way over here. This is kind of weird. I'm going to watch this real quick. Yep, no warehouse in range, just as I thought. Move the warehouse down here. There we go. I can get to all these guys over there. I don't know if these guys are going to have warehouse issues now. Supposedly, they could walk straight into the sawmills, but earlier we saw that it was not behaving that way. How it should be, and it looks like it is. Okay, cool. Get all these houses up. Alright, so this is a market. This is a tavern. Most houses here, that's not bad. Trade route. Looks like we don't have enough resin. That's okay. We need to get this workforce up. We should have... Okay, there we go. We can upgrade you. I don't know why I sent him down here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we need some clay down here, too. And this place should also just be selling everything, just straight up. I really do like this sell all goods thing. And we're going to do anything above 75. 76 works too. Come on, guys. Work with me here. 75 and 75. Okay, sell one above 80, minimum 75. That's fine. Now we'll sell our gruel, we'll sell everything. And this is a lot better than just trading it. Okay, so we'll bring in the olives. That's 3 olives we have for the 4. Not bad. Get all these up if we can. Missing goods. Yes, sir. Our ship has arrived. Get those clay tiles out. Alright, clay tiles. Upgrade. That double the capacity of everything here. That's a beautiful thing right there. We're at 1600. Get up more of these residencies. Things are looking pretty good for us. Come over here to our second island. This is probably the better of the islands. Now we can get these up. Let's get up 2 groupings of them. I think that will be enough. Okay, 10 and 6. A warehouse in range. Okay, get a warehouse right here. There we are. Now we got the resin. We got our olives, resin. Eventually, oysters are going to come from here. Potentially even iron. There's not a whole lot of room here, as you can see. So, I think realistically we should just do this for housing there. Get a few more gents. The spinner right there, not bad. And you can build governor's villas and stuff like that here too. An FYI. If you build the governor's villa here, we can probably kind of mix and match, right? Like we can get some things that lower the work requirements of these areas, so on and so forth. So there's no specialists here. Specialists are definitely next on the list. We're gonna need to buy more ships here momentarily. Let's upgrade housing here. Very good. 1600 per turn. Right. I think we're in that Goldilocks space. So this area over here, we should actually focus on getting some housing out, because we're missing out on a lot of cash flow here. Let's actually pause while we do this, but there's just a lot of money on the table. Money on the table right here. So let's get the basics, right? Fishies. That's a lot of money. We want to get up our gruel factory. Get up our gruel farm here. Probably going to get out. Hold shift. Go all the way. Holy cow. That's actually kind of cool. And then a porridge on the other side. Gonna get the spinner up. Oops, wrong thing. Hemp farm goes here. The spinner up right there. Probably move that actually, but this guy all the way up. Sheep farm can go right here. Get up cats. Let's do it like this. See Daisy? Well, I mean, we actually technically could get 2 hat makers up. Sell the excess, but yeah, let's get 2 up like that. Put the markets and everything there. And then sandal maker, I want to get up one of these for sure. I want to get him up right here. We can just, all we need is, it's kind of crazy, 1 pig. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 salt maker. And we can do an absurd amount of tannery. Do 2 tanners, and that gives us 4 sandal makers. Sandals are kind of crazy easy to make. These tanners, on the other hand, though, are dirty. Come over there. We need to get up a fire department here. That gives us 4. And what's kind of cool is we can sell these sandals. Like, we could sell all of them. We got a sandal maker there. We're going to need an absurd amount of plate tiles. So let's just do it. We're going to go the distance. Let's go the distance. And that's pretty good. Okay.
There is a shortage of work in one of your cities.
Yeah, we're going to bring him back. Plate tiles. We're doing great, though. Alright, get multiple potters up. Once we get the resin, be good shape. Like we had a little bit of a burnage. Probably need to get some fire protection out here. Probably need to get up our area the way that it's supposed to be. Everything over here is doing fantastic. Continue to get up watchtowers. You can see that our happiness issues are and fire issues are gonna start to go down. Latrines. Okay, so we got the latrines. So let's add all the latrines to the design.
Also a scientist.
So this is +1
I
health,
knew it.
which is crazy. So +1, +1, +1, +1. So pretty much everyone gets that. So that's why health isn't too much of an issue. We got it going on. Oof.
I wish to collaborate
Okay.
with your
Yeah.
scholars.
We need fire prevention out here. We can't absorb these losses too much. That's good. We should probably get that one up. Clay tiles, I think, are going to be little in demand. Oof, only 4. Yep. We're at 20 grand. Things are really catching on. All right, we got a fire department now. Yeah, that's bad. We're gonna have some setbacks because of that. That's okay though. Missing goods because of the fire. No big deal. All right. So we got everything going here. We got the 2 resin coming in. Yeah, you can see we're not like at max. We're at 33, 45. So between all of these, we should be bringing in what we need. But that kind of sucks. Well, there's a technology that we can get that will help with this. Ooh, they're on strike. Critical workforce is gone. We need hats. All right. So we need people bringing in the bacon. Okay. So we have hemp. We have oats. We have sheep. No warehouse. Okay, so that's the warehouse. The warehouse up. That will remedy that. We can upgrade these guys. Beautiful. All right. Latrine. We don't really actually need health right now, so I'm going to hold off on upgrading those. Upgrade these houses here, though. All these should be tier 2s. And all these should also be tier 2s. Because that's going to make us some huge money. Missing goods. Hemp. Says hemp is missing. Oh, that's because of the Great Fire. Everything burned down. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's going to set us back a little. Instant repaired as much as I possibly could. Yeah, they're not making enough. That's actually kind of crazy. Like, we're bringing in... Did I go to the wrong island? Okay. Yeah, this isn't making any sense. He's saying not enough. Okay. Let's, So yeah, this is set up correctly. Something weird is going on. Let's redo it. See, there's 50 there. 50 there and there. Okay. Resume. He's not picking up anything. Alright, let's just manually load it and see what happens. So weird. Alright, the depot is just literally more... It's just wood. Put it right there. I really like getting these up as soon as possible. Just a mass increase in your storage. And honestly, we should probably put it over here. Yeah, that's great. Alright, let's get some tier 2s. Get 2 rows of those. Alright. Here comes the salt. Here comes the sandals. Sandal heaven. We need to get some clay tiles. Oh, nice, 36. Alright, we're gonna bring those 36 down here. Probably start making our own down here. Got the basis, a good thing going here. We're spending a little cash because we're expanding in certain ways. Okay, so this is the moment of truth. Is what is going on with this thing? Yeah, it's... Fuck. Excuse my language, but holy cow. I've had this happen before. It's because I put... is it because I put the minimum on it? Minimum stock is going to now be 0. Sell one above 83. Okay. Let's sell one above 150. It's the minimum stock. Okay. So don't make this mistake. You set a minimum stock. Gonna mess up the trade. So I'm gonna just remember that and do that from now on. Okay, cool. I think I'm pretty certain that was the problem there. Eventually it would have remedied itself, but not in a really good way. Okay, we're in business.
Greater that's the more plentiful they.
Missing wheat fields.
She is under attack.
Alright, we're in good
One of
shape
your
now.
cities is at risk of a great flood.
Oh, I see. That's really weird. Yeah, we also need to get fire prevention down here. Alright, so we got the clay. Let's build up all the sandal makers. I will bring in some good cash right there when we sell those. Most importantly, let's get up fire prevention.
Workforce in one of your cities.
And we're going to need some more upgraded houses. Go. Perfect. It should be about right where we want to put everything. Now we're up to 1,500 per turn. Got all our stuff going on. Yeah, here we go. So now it's loading. So that was the problem. It was because I messed with the minimums. Just make sure on all the islands you're trading that you're adjusting that. This is a long-term island right here. Probably do lavender. Even though I can do lavender in my main, it does take up space. Okay, so we should be close to tier 3. Okay, so tier 3 is going to be this whole area here. And these guys here. Now, at tier 3, what we need is wine. And we don't have that. We don't have a single island that has grapes on it. Ooh. Oh, this is crazy. So this little island over here has grapes. This island in the corner has grapes. Let's pause real quick. Alright, so this island up here has resin, olives, grapes, shells, and marble. All good things. This has sturgeon, iron, gold, resin. Not bad. This island is smaller, but it has boards. It also has marble and minerals. Now, we have more than enough marble and minerals, to be quite honest, just on this one little island down here. What we really need is space. But the problem is cost does increase, right? But I do like the idea of being able to get more olive oil and, more importantly, resin. This is a nice looking island too, but it's going to be expensive. So for I do like that we have boards down there, because we do have boards right here. Oof, this is going to be a toughie. We're going to go for this island, I think, personally. Close. We need the grapes. Now we got the theater. Now you may end up needing another theater in the design, but I finagled it so that the theater kind of made sense. It's at the very bottom. Right here. We're going to need concrete. You can see it's not going to hit everybody. Now the big kicker here is we do need a lot of concrete. So this is an aqueduct here and an aqueduct here make a whole lot of sense. We could even do farming out over here and have an aqueduct there. And then do limestone all the ways over there. Or we can just do limestone here, here. Connect this by road. Get a warehouse. Road up. Go. The ratio on this is 3 sand, 2 limestone quarries, and 6. Oof. We have 6 of them. 6 concrete mixers. Isn't that crazy? So 2, 3, 6. Yeah, it's nuts. I know we're gonna do it too. We're gonna mass produce. Get a road from the warehouse right there. Beautiful. And so that gives us room for 6 of these, which is kind of crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get a big old road going all the way around. Actually going to do this. We're going to boot this out 1. Oh, but that did not work. Okay. We're going to boot it out 1 and have a road. That way it can just come from the backside. Alright, 6. That's pretty crazy. And we will just mass produce concrete and upgrade all our roads. It'd be beautiful. And let's get up a nice little chunk here. Oh yeah. The aqueduct's up here soon. That theater up. And I'm probably going to have another theater somewhere in the design. Maybe even over here. But we'll see. I think when I did the testing, I was able to hit pretty much everywhere. Maybe I'll need to switch some stuff up too. I could probably try switching the theater in the forum. You're gonna, by the time you guys see this, you'll see the final design in the Excel spreadsheet, but too many. Okay, let's upgrade you. This is fantastic though. And we need to get a few more tier 3s. Like I said, this whole area here is meant for tier 3 and tier 4 houses. It's not meant for tier 2 houses over here. Yeah, we need some more tier 2. We need tier 3s at the wazoo. This is all tier 1. We'll get some tier 2s potentially over here as well. We're up to 1,006. Oh my god, we're at 100,000 per... Okay, 135. So we're getting close. He wants me to go to Albion. Okay, so he wants me to deliver 113 tons of concrete. And if I do it, it'll make things cheaper for me. On success, 10. If I decline, I lose 5. If I accept and fail, I'll lose 10. 113 isn't bad. So we gotta go back and we gotta pick up this concrete. I think we can do it. I believe in us. And plus 10 would really go a long way.
You can now travel between
We don't want to lose. We also don't want to lose him buying stuff from us, so kind of need to. Okay, we're doing okay over here. This island over here is doing good. The more islands we build up, the better. Wait. And so if I plus 3 happiness, plus 1 knowledge, plus 1 prestige. Okay, there we go. Now we have enough houses. Togas are massively important. Plus 2 income area effect. We're up to 1,700. Getting some of these. We need to move this into a better area that's consolidated because it's getting nasty. Okay. So we got to bring this to the lighthouse. Nice. You can see all the resin that we're bringing in. Yeah, we'll let them sell excess resin. That works for me. All right. So what we want to do is bring this over to the lighthouse. Yep. Bring all that we can. We have 1 hour and 25 minutes. That's a long time. Oh, is that real life time? Holy cow. That's a long time if that's real life. I thought it was in game time, which wouldn't make a whole lot of sense because not a whole lot of time in game. Nah, it's like some kind of hybrid. Okay, we're doing fantastic over here. And then after we get this little questing done, you can see that porridge we need more of. Let's go to our forever home now. So I think our forever home can start right here. Yeah, we're gonna do something kind of weird here. We're gonna build up an atom. Do a porridge stand right there just because I can. And let's go check out and see our governance. Fish, we need 1. Wow, I'm actually kind of surprised. We need 1 more fish. Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised. We need to repair all this stuff because it's throwing off our numbers. Alright, we'll get the fishies going here. Everyone will be happy with us. Real quick. Fishies. This will remedy itself. They were just broken. Clay. Says we actually need 1 more clay. Is that a little odd? A little odd. I think it's because there's unrest over here shutting this one down. Okay. Alright, so 39. I gave 39, so we're at 74. Yeah, and we have 1 hour 16 minutes. That would be a good one. I'm actually looking forward to this. Let's build a theater. Because I can. And I'm going to go off design here for a second, and we're going to place Vigilantis right here at the bottom. Yeah, that's good. And then the coppers down here wouldn't be too bad either. A little bit of coppage. Yeah, that's good. Oh, we got 40 down here. Okay. Wow, selling price on this is 30. That's pretty good. Mass producing concrete might be the way to go. I like it. Early game nice. Where our technology is doing really decent. 7. I mean, 74. I think 50 will get us pretty darn close. Come down here. I think we're going to build out a few more houses. Yeah, let's do this. Get some more houses going. Get the population up a tad bit. The little island over here I feel like is actually pretty darn decent. We should start looking at buying people here in a second. We're at 116. Probably need to go take that island here in a second. So let's get the goods. Alright, 60. I don't know if it's a 1-to-1 ratio on weight. It doesn't feel like it. But it doesn't show you what the weight is. Maybe it is. I'll have to check that out. Okay. Over here, we got ourselves another specialist slot. I think we may have unlocked... Yeah, we can have up to 4 of these now. Okay. For the officium, we're going to have 4, right? 1 here. 1 here. And then you have 2 more. And I think we should start looking at certain industry zones, right? And upgrading these guys, because these are cheap. Maintenance cost is not cheap, but they are cheap. Okay. Yeah, we could have an officium right here. That would hit a lot of good stuff. Get this clay pit back up. Things are going good for us. And we're going to start redoing our fields here in a second. And goods, missing them olives. That's not good. Why are we missing so many olives? Alright, let's see. Talk to her. There we go. 14. Yeah, it is a 1-to-1 ratio. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, see, we got officiums here. We can put a garrison inside here of 2 auxiliary. When you do the alarm bell, we can see our garrison comes out. That's pretty cool. That's how you get your early game armies. I actually didn't know that. That's pretty bad. I did not know that. I haven't messed too much with the military yet. Okay, Governor's Villa out here. But I did know that you could have multiple Governor's Villas. Island Prestige 42. Construction limit goes up with Island Prestige, so I think that's why people want Island Prestiges. Limits will go up. Okay, so we only need 14. Whatever, I'm gonna just deliver every little penny I get. I'll sell the rest. Oh, this is a nice ship. I'm buying it. We're gonna have 2 warships now. I'm actually gonna send him over to the little island. And we can purchase it now, almost. You can see our buddy down there is kind of building up. Okay, let me see. Okay, we're gonna have the arena somewhere around these parts. Doing pretty decent. What we should start doing is upgrading roads as fast as possible here. So I'd really like to get paved roads. I'm going to move this to the tippy top. I think paved roads needs to be next. Let's come down. Duct irrigation's important. Water conservation's important. It's a good one too. Come down here. +1 happiness area effect. Very decent. Prestige plus 200. Not necessary yet. Workforce needed -20%. Always take anything you can get for the Praetories. Alright. Big fire risk. Oh, we didn't put the garums over here. Okay. I know I have a garum maker over here. I should move. At least I think I do. Yeah. Alright. The garum works. And you could pass on this if you don't want the negative happiness. Happiness, in my opinion, is one of the easiest ones to get. I just want that money. There we go. See our money start to increase a little bit, hopefully. Alright, here we are. He's got the 14. We got 28. Sell it, 840. Oh, nice, he's offering a trade treaty. Now he'll come and purchase things too. Send our dude back. Alright, and this is ship 2. 135. Here we go. Okay, let's... Alright, let's think about this one. I do want some wood. Pause real quick. Here. Here. There. Beautiful. And let's just get up a basic thing here. There we go. Should have brought clay with me. And a marketplace. Tavern. Definitely want to get with the fishies. Oof, stop doing diagonal, please. Alright, we'll get the porridge maker out right there. Need a bit of resources. We're all good to go. We got that island. Okay, we're gonna go back to our main. Things are going well for us. Let's get some more tier 3 housing. Oof, that was a good upgrade. Right, we need to get a little bit more tier 2. We're sitting pretty now. Oof, we can actually get into marble production. This is kind of crazy. We're moving really fast. Ooh, bots. Yeah, we're gonna focus on bads in the forum and getting at other parts of design. Tier 4 is only got one building in the whole darn thing. So the loom is gonna come here, right in the center. That's +2. Okay. Looks like I accidentally put a little bit of a road here. There we go. Yeah, we don't need anything there. Fishium. Okay. So we're gonna need. This is actually something I want to start on. So let's go down over here where we're doing flax. And so for this one is a moneymaker. Important. Toga's is 3 flax, 4 weavers, 3 snail shell places, 4 dyeworks to 2 loom weaveries. Oh boy. For just 2. Okay, yeah, so we're using proper ratios now. I'm actually looking at it so I can give you guys some better information here. But, so yeah, we're gonna need 3 flax. 3 flax fields. And this is not hard to do. We're gonna need a little bit of concrete. I'm gonna put him up here. We're gonna get ourselves another warehouse right here. We're not going to be able to do this here or this here. We have no snail shales. Okay, let's do this. We want to get the max we can out of this area.
Fire has started in.
All right, so 240, 240. I do love how you can pre-plan all this though. That's really nice. Okay, so that's the max. So let's go bring some concrete here. Let's bring clay tiles with us too. Big swath of concrete. This is going to be a happening place. It's going to be very important. Okay, and so we're also, as you saw, going to need the snailery. Now, we could just keep it on our island, or we could utilize this island to do it. To be honest, it's really not that big of a cost, and the less I have to move and transport, in some respects, is the better. We need 3 of these, which is kind of crazy. Alright, we need 3 of these, and over here in the toga, we're going to need 4. 1. Yeah, we definitely should be utilizing our space. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. And for sure, I actually do want to put this here. We need to start getting people. So we're going to have 4 there. And the dye works, -3. 1. We need 4 of these. 2, 3. Redo our road system here because this is kind of funky. 4. Okay. We just need to let our clay tiles build back up. No warehouse in range. That doesn't make... Oh, we deleted the road. That's why. Okay. Things are in order here. I think we're doing great. Did we get... yeah, we have concrete roads now. This is actually a good thing to do. To increase the range of certain things, like fire prevention, for instance. And the range of certain other goods. These don't increase. It'd be kind of cool if they did. I think it would make things a lot easier. But I do find getting the area around your buildings like this can have benefits. These guys especially. Okay. So let's jump off the clay and the concrete, and let's get this going. You can also do honey in the middle of your flax too. So that's actually a really smart thing to do. Good way to utilize space efficiently. You can see we get 100%. So I think actually what we're going to do here is delete these guys and redo this, because I had the idea and I just didn't follow through with it. You do these roads like this. We come in and we place honey.
The structure is under attack.
And then we place the flax field.
A matter of the utmost importance.
Yep, so the road goes right there. Perfect. Then we place the flax field. See that? Look at that. Boom. Get all that honey for free. Okay. Let's pause real quick while we do this. Same concept. But you can see you need a little bit of a distance. So set your honey first, right? This says 93, 199, boom, boom. Then we can have the road here. That, there you go. Got your flax field, boom, just like that. So now we can export honey too. So we need another ship. Let's come over here. This one has sails.
It is a
I'm gonna set up a
lovely ship.
trade.
You'll look at, won't you?
So from here to the main island. New trade route from here to main island. With the new boat. And we are going to trade honey and flax. And there you go. Look at that. No, we lost the ship. I'm gonna use my combat ship for this route because this is an important route. I'll just use my flagship. No biggie. We got a new combat ship. We can mess around with that. We'll go pirate hunting here in a bit.
Is under attack.
Yeah, they're an ornery bunch.
Signs.
Not bad. Okay. Now the forum and the bath and all that, we're gonna need some marble. So marble production can be done here. And where shall we go for that? Okay. Now marble is 2 marble quarries per 3 marble masons. And my understanding is we need tier 3 people for that. I genuinely almost want to get to tier 3 here.
Feels like it does you good.
Because then we could just do all this stuff here.
Is under attack.
And we would save a lot of people. So let's do that. Let's actually get to tier 3 here. It doesn't take much. Need bread or garum. And bread, I think, is great. So we just realistically need a little bit of coal. Doesn't even have to be a lot. Alright, we messed up our wood. That's okay. Really depressed. The one bakery is enough. We're gonna need... Ooh, wow. Probably should get some clay going here too. Alright, get a
There is
road
shortage of
out.
workforce in one of your cities.
Okay. We're technically gonna need 2 fields. So let's just get 2 fields up all the way. Alright. 2 fields up all the way over there. We need a few more workers. I think we should just go the distance. Do some 3s. And then copy this down a bit. Alright, upgrade a whole row. Beautiful. Yeah, I prefer just to send the real deal,
Started in
to
your
be
city.
honest, back instead of having to send it piecemeal. We need marble though. We need to assign religion on all of our islands. I am just a big fan of series for... I mean, this also is going to throw off those numbers that we're using, right? Because the numbers are based on, like, no bonuses. But it's okay. And we'll go through and specialize later. All the weavers, all the dye works. So for our toga party, we should be fine. We got the snails, we got everything. We got the 2 togas. Perfect. And togas are massive. Togas are like everything.
So, when will materials?
It's gonna be huge.
Material.
Oof. The fires though, man. The fires. Okay. Let's put fire prevention right here. Let's upgrade this concrete. There we go, so we can hit it all. Alright, we're back in business. Yikes. Yep. Doing your major routes concrete. Pretty smart.
Attack.
That way you can get a better coverage. Let's come back over to our main city. And yeah, what we should be doing is upgrading these roads here. Here we go. Upgrading this road. Okay. Now you can see the range is really increasing. If I did this right, if I do it right. There we go. Yeah, there we are. Probably just need the one theater. It gets so close to hitting everything. There we go. Latrine. Latrine. Let's get a couple more tier 3 houses here. Get this guy up. We're beautiful. Vineyard's gonna go right there. Okay. So yeah, just a little bit of a fire issue. Got the bread. With the bread, we can go to tier 3 here in a second. Oh, we're there. There's actually nothing keeping me from tier 3. We don't have clay. Let's just do clay here. It's 1 to 2. Okay, we're gonna need a little bit of charcoal. Means we're also gonna need some protection. Let's get some fire protection back here. Alright, we'll get the clay from ourselves. And we'll be golden. We'll be in business at that point. We do need more houses, though. And I'm just going to go kind of crazy. There we are. These houses? 2? We only need a few tier 3 workers. I like this little island over here. It's a good one. Oh, we lost the ship, didn't we? Nope. Just getting hit over and over again. This is our... This one has a big sail, so it's hard to catch. I like to buy the ones with the sails. For that reason. Okay. So we should be getting the flax coming in here soon. It had none. Oh, I broke the rule, didn't I? I have to remind myself. All these islands, we got to set our minimum and maximums. So, just minimum 0 on honey. A minimum of 0 on flax. There we go. Now, what's kind of cool about that is we have a big old thing of them now. I mean, like I said, if I forget, then just wait till it gets... Oh. Alright. We have an absurd amount of concrete being produced. I love it. It is actually kind of cool min-maxing these things, because I didn't know I could make 6 of them. There we go. And now, look at this. We're getting all the roads upgraded. Boom. Yeah, so it hits everything but 3 houses. So... that's not bad. It is a little bit one-sided, though. You're probably going to miss out on some of the houses over here. That's not bad. Upgrade you.
Under attack.
Upgrade this guy over here. That will increase their range. Yeah, that's not bad at all. And the Grammaticus gets almost everyone. I mean, the Sanctuary gets everything. Even gets places over here. What the freak? A Grammaticus. Not grammaticizing.
Fire has started in
Alright, once we get the roads up, we'll be in good shape.
under attack.
Alright, let's go see if we can buy some people. We're gonna need to start getting grapes out here soon. We're missing that flax. The flax is coming, though. Upgrade some of this stuff. Give the warehouse a little bit better range. Kind of crazy how much concrete we have going on here. Let's upgrade this guy. Alright. Oh, I forgot. We're missing olives or ampere. Yes, we're going to have to bring in... I totally spaced on that. We can kind of actually cheat. If I go back to the main island and I just pick them up. This fire is out of control, man. This... okay. So, we can't wait anymore. We have to move all this stuff so that we can properly take care of it. Because what you want, really, is something like this. We have 80, right? This is what you want. You just want to run it all in one spot. So 180 out of 180. And you can have your fire department. And you can upgrade one road. And so we're just going to have it all going like that. It's time. We're losing out on too much. And these, yeah, the sheep farms we can bring in too. I'm actually going to bring the hemp farms over to the other side because they're really, really small. We do need to leave a spot down the middle here for a cistern. I think right here is a good spot. I think I'm gonna build out the aqueduct and cistern before I expand the fields. Okay, I'll leave these guys over here just for now, because they're not really in the way. Chilling, but I'm tired of all that stuff burning down. So he can hit all the way there. Let's upgrade this road. Now he can hit all the way down here. We have an upgraded warehouse. Probably manage most of this. And this gent's coming back home. There's just so much fire. Okay, let's get fire prevention here for the docks. Okay, no more fire, guys. I think we're good. Alright. So what I want to do here is just steal a bunch of stuff. We have a bunch of olive oil. I'm just going to take all the olive oil. And we're going to bring it down here and throw it in. And we're going to upgrade houses. We need to make sure we upgrade houses. As many houses as we can. We need clay tiles, which we're producing. And we're full up on everything, so that's good. We're getting hit a little too often by the raiders. We're probably going to need to purchase an army. Oh yeah, and these guys need to be built out now. I totally forgot about them. There we go. A bit of money right there. I'll need to set up their trade as well. Okay, all the wells should be up now. All the latrines. I'll need to get the officium. Yeah, we're going to have an officium over here too. I'm just going to get them up. So the officium be right here. We can have production buildings up to the sides here. Probably get a warehouse right here. The secondary one. Gonna be a lot going on here, so want to make sure that we don't have any issues.
A structure is under attack.
Oof. Yeah, they're dive bombing. Okay. So throwing in. We're gonna throw in all of the oil. This is the important part.
Is under attack. A structure is under attack.
Okay. So once they get, you can see it's going up. Once they all get access, we're gonna pause and upgrade as many as we can.
Is under attack.
This is one kind of cheap way you can do this. And now, yeah, here we go. We're gonna do as many as we can. So we have a decent workforce here. Get all these guys. All these guys. And now what we need to do is just spam a bunch of low tier housing. That was bad.
There is a shortage of work. There is a shortage of work.
There we go.
A structure is under attack.
I mean, we're gonna just get another tavern up over here. We'll probably get another. We'll bring this sandal shop here. Any extras? There we go. We're back in business. Okay. The reason I did that is because I don't want to have to bring marble production back to my main island. There's already too much going on. So now I can do marble production here. So it's 2 to 3. So we get 2 of these up. And then we only need 3. Okay. So this gent is going to need a road. This gent's going to need a road. And his own warehouse. And we'll just do it all over here. Okay. So we're just going to ship straight marble back. Need a little bit of concrete for that.
We stand waiting.
All right. That's pretty sweet. And now we don't have to use our people over here. Get some more tier 3 houses. Liking what we got going on. I think we're doing a good job. Okay, let's come over here. We do have money. Ah, they destroyed my ship. Okay. Okay, we're gonna get this dude. We need to get that trade route back up. And let's come over here and see who she has. Health plus 0.6, happiness for Custodes in range. So Custodes is this guy. So plus 1 happiness for all in range. That's okay. It's not bad. Not bad. But it's not really where we're going. Workforce needed for all gatherers. Negative 25%. Health, happiness. We're gonna reroll. Population from bread if supplied plus 2. Okay, we are doing bread. This is amazing.
See, I can be a
Productivity
merchant.
from sardines and radius, don't have anyone. Residence in range, fire safety from M4 if supplied. We actually are
Just the
doing that.
necessities.
Okay, those were some really good ones. We're burning through our cash, but these are all amazing. You really should focus on extractors and range. We don't have too many extractors, do we? Forage chain plus 10. Fishing hut. Yeah, none of those are good. Workforce needed, negative 25 for fishing. Okay. Movement speed for ship. That's actually kind of cool. I'm gonna buy that. I'm gonna buy that for this ship. So he slotted it here.
Let me tally that
Here's
up for
woman. Movement speed plus 10%. That's good. Water supply 50%. Aqueduct basins and range. Ooh. Well, that's interesting. That's interesting one. I'll have to keep that in mind. Vic Toller. Oh man, I can't even say that one. Workforce, that's good. I'm looking for ones. Workforce affects ship. Workforce needed, that's a good one. Livestock farms and range. This is the one we want. But
Just the necessities.
culture plus 1. Productivity for porridge. Rope maker. Residents get plus 0.06 knowledge. That's not bad, but it's also not really crazy. Ooh, trade prices. That's pretty good. There's some good ones here. Vigils and range. This is a good one. Fire safety plus plus 1. I like that.
See? I can
Okay.
be a merchant.
We've got a full ship now. We're gonna bring these guys back. Start decking out the island.
No choice but to record everything. Good.
Oh, I really messed up. Okay, we got 10 minutes to get some money. A festival can be hosted. Well, provide it with oil. Yeah, we should be good. We got a lot of money coming in, but that was pretty dumb of me. One of my friends is gonna come and they're gonna bail us out. Okay. Alright, marble quarry. Marble quarry next. Yeah, we need a little bit of cash. Oh, look at that. We're powering through it. We're making so much money that we just power through it. We can actually get up more tier 3 houses here too. We're gonna do it just because we have the ability to right now. Oh man, look at that. It's kind of crazy actually having tier 3 people on this small little island here. We should start using interjecting shrines in random places. I'm gonna get rid of one of the tier 3s and put a shrine there. That will give us plus 1 when I build it. We definitely want to start getting up things like this. City Watch.
Is under attack.
Yeah. Alright, fire prevention. And once we get... Look at that! We got out of debt real fast. Oh no. My ship. Okay. So look at all these goodies we got. This is kind of crazy. All of these guys are pretty nuts. So let's come over here. So one of them was livestock. And we have a little bit of livestock. Yeah. There we go. Well, a little bit of an impact. Then over here, on this gent, we already have quite the combo. Fire safety if on 4 supplied. Well, that's gonna make more sense here. So let's do this. Fire safety. Boom. That was actually pretty big.
Don't let it start.
That was actually pretty big. Wow. Plus 236 safety from the wells. It's the bread really
Is under attack.
hurting us. It's amazing. Fire safety plus 1. So we already have 1 fire safety here. It's probably the better one too. Appointed specialist from the island. Go. A little bit more fire safety. Population of bread is supplied. Let's do this one here. So boom. You just saw a big old thing there. So these guys are amazing. And yeah, workforce from residents. Workforce from residents. Oh, this is like all residents plus 20%. It's not bad. Alright. We're in the positive territory now. We have marble production on track. We need a little bit of concrete. Get some... We're producing absurd amounts. This is actually one thing I don't want them to sell unless it's above an absurd amount. So I'm going to tell them to stop. And we're going to bring as much down here as possible because I can use it to upgrade quite a bit. This is cool. I like the aspect of doing all this stuff down here. There we go.
Is under attack.
And we need just a few more peasants. There we go.
Is under attack.
Beautiful. I have a feeling that one fish is not going to supply everything here in a bit, so get that up.
Is under attack.
Oh yeah. And we're missing out on some serious points here for religion. So let's get a religious building here. Grammaticus, knowledge. There we go.
Is under attack.
Not bad. Let's upgrade this warehouse. There's a lot going on here.
Is under attack.
And now we need to focus on other stuff. We have quite a bit of concrete still. Mainly, I want to start upgrading some of these rows just to get better radius here. That's alright. Alright. Concrete. Now we have marble. Production at full blast. There we go. Marble mason. We had just enough workers for all this. Dang, dude. We are producing a lot of marble, too. Alright. So for this trade route, this is Florenta. So flow. It just gives you the first 3 letters. It's kind of weird the way they do it. And now we're going to send back fully completed marble. And that is so cool. I'm just happy I don't have to produce everything on that island. Even though it kind of makes sense too, because you are, you know, building out a high tier class. You got to do something with those workers. But we can have them do something else. Okay. Yeah, shrines should definitely be put in. I actually don't really know the best place. I just kind of wing it, right? So I'm going to put them in the corner. I think you want to put it in a place like a junction point with a lot of roads, because it's based off roads. There we go. Health, all that jazz. +1 pop. Definitely should have one in this mess. I think right here is a good spot for one. Boom. All right. And now we're gonna go buy some more peeps. Let's go to the other gent. Let's that's a good boat. This is a good boat. There's another trade ship. Always good to have an extra trade. We need to not buy too many expensive people. Olive oil, 10%. Hit points for the ship. Huge plus point. More movement speed. Let's reroll. The rerolling is actually quite expensive. Extractors in range, 5%. Foreign range, 10%. Productivity, 20% for vintner and wine in range. Not really crazy. Sandal chain productivity plus 10%. Not crazy. Not crazy either. These are all kind of weak. Weaponsmith +1 happiness for all in range. That's pretty cool. Workforce needed with that weird thing. A lot of these guys are nobodies. I gotta stop re-rolling so much. We gotta make some more money. Yeah, this little island down here's pretty tough. We should make sure that we get another spinner and hat maker up. Hat maker we don't need to do anything with because you only need 1 sheep for 2. But we are going to need a little bit more hemp. There we are. Alright. Yeah, we're selling all them sandals, so that's pretty cool. We need a few more folk. Okay. Let's see. 5 pop, giving us 1 workforce. Or 3 workforce. So what could I do to make this a better place? Well, we could definitely get up the shrine. The shrine will help give us +1 pop. That gave us a nice little boost. Yeah, we got a good thing going on here. We're gonna move you over, move this here. Fire prevention. Still no warehouse in range? Okay. What we need to do is upgrade the road. There we go. So yeah, just a little bit of an upgrade is a big deal. Let's upgrade this warehouse because there's a lot going on here. This is awesome. Okay. We got it going on there. 7 pop.
Fire has started in your city.
We just need a little more. Just do this.
Under attack.
There we are. And we'll just upgrade a couple houses. Now we're doing pretty decent. We just need to keep it up.
Is under attack.
Upgrade a few more roads here. Upgrading roads is good because it gives you more service range, especially from these gents back here. Your coppers. Alright. People are happy-ish. Ooh, not enough fire prevention. Let's get this road up here. There we go. Now the fire coverage goes a little bit better. Got some fire coverage back here. Let's just loop this road back here. There we go. Now we got some back fire coverage. Beautiful. Yeah, we keep getting hit. And I keep forgetting we gotta come down here and settle our stuff again. So sell one above 75, minimum stock 0. Here we go. This is kind of crazy. We definitely need some more tier 2s. Let's bring these guys to tier 2. I'll also bring in some money. Alright. So if we want to go to tier 4 now, we need to start working on baths and stuff like that. So the bath is going up here. And we don't... Why do we not have our concrete? Or our marble, I should say. Oh, that's because I just said it. Okay. Yeah, we'll have it soon. So the aqueducts are next in line. So we're going to get one here. Have that come out here. Got a road blocking everything here. Alright. Like that. Okay. And then the cistern's going to be right here. Gonna pull this down. Pull it over. Look at that. Ba-boom. That's going to reduce so much of the fire. And then the same thing over here. Pretty simple. We'll need to delete this piece of the road. And that piece. There we go. Bring it out. Bring it up. Over. Okay. So once I can get that, we'll be in good shape. And then we can get the baths and all that jazz in. That's actually kind of interesting that it wasn't connected right. Had to redo it. Okay. Now we got the water back. Ba-boom. Plus 3 health. Yeah, health's really, really, really easy. Really, really easy. And remember what I said? Marble roads don't increase distance. They just give you prestige. Has the same distance as these concrete roads. So we're going to get all this up. We're going to get... I'm going to have to remodel this because I think what we're actually going to do is this. Have the cistern right here, right? Right. We don't need to destroy that, but we'll have the cistern come in through here. Right into the area. That'll be awesome. Probably get a bath and stuff out there too. The pirates want money. I'm not going to pay them. They want to settle on an island. I don't really care what they do. I have everything that I need. This is for a tier 3 building. There's only one tier 3 building, or sorry, tier 4 building that I like. Oh shit.
A structure is under attack.
Okay, so I'm wondering if I can place a tower over here, and that would be a waste. Yeah, let's put a tower. Yeah, he's gonna die. Well, that's fun. Okay. I have 2 trade ships, so that's fine. I should go out there and kill him, but it's kind of easier just to replace the ships. And I need to start producing weapons. I could get towers. That's what's kind of cool about this little harbor. I'm surprised he actually came in, though. That was kind of crazy. I'm just going to let this stuff all sit at the bottom of the ocean. Alright, we're going to copy this. One more. Get that pop going. Oh, we didn't get the fishies. Not bad. This place is just kind of existing until I'm ready for it. Okay. The aqueduct is over here now. Look at that. Water. So our fire risk is now positive. Happiness is now negative. And that is going to change. It's going to change very quickly. So the forum actually goes right here. And you can see that's why the road comes down here. The forum hits every single building. Don't worry about that. I just need some clay tiles. The bathhouse sits at the very top. Tippy top. But what I found is right here. And then the forum, the temple, I should say, the tier 3 temple, tier 4 temple, sits right there. Alright, defensive pack, take it. Party, pay for it. He wants bread and fine glass. I can't provide those, so we're going to decline. But the forum here That's going to give us +2 pop, +2
I know it's
monies,
hard
+3
pleasing
prestige.
everyone, so instead, pleasing me.
Yeah, happiness. For some reason, happiness will get with
Let's cut
the big old
bureaucracy.
amphitheater.
Get this done.
And you could go either direction here on what you want. I always go with the baths. But you know what? For the fire prevention, we don't need the fire prevention. What we do need is money. Get the forum up. That's going to give us a big old wad of cash. Beautiful thing right there.
Ship is under attack.
Alright, hat maker. Spinner. Look at the spinner. He's hitting every single house. And the sandal maker also. This is great. Bread. A bread maker here would actually be pretty tight, but we'd have to get a whole bunch of fields up and stuff. Now, soap is a whole another shebang. And most likely we're going to have to get that going. Yeah, so these guys, they need writing tablets. So I do have a spot for writing tablets right here, but it's just knowledge. Just an area effect knowledge, so I didn't really deem it as too important, to be honest. But you can put it right here in the design. We're going to pause it for now, but the honey will help with that.
Ship is under attack.
Alright, the baths will be next. 40 grand. All these things really help, but you have to get these up in order to get to the next step. And all we're missing now is a little bit of wine and some tablets. So over here, we're going to get into wine production. And grapes is just peasants. And we already got honey being imported. But we do need clay and like some little concrete there. So for this, we need 2 vineyards and 1 apiary for 1 vintner, which means we need 4. We need a bunch. We need 4 vineyards because we're gonna have 2 of these in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we should utilize. I think we can actually include these. So there's actually another way we can potentially do this, which is like this. 1. Well, we really only need 2 for this, but the concept is
Under attack.
you just have it go down like that, and we get ourselves up a warehouse right there, and then we can have the fields just going through like that. That works. Definitely upgrade you. So let's bring concrete and all that jazz. Clay tiles. I'm kind of afraid this isn't going to be enough. I'm actually going to bring all the concrete because, well, 100's good. All right. Now let's make sure that we have all the workers we need. So down here, peasants. This is all peasants. So we don't even need tier 2. Cool. We have 108 folk who are ready to work. Make it a few more. I think personally we should at least have a spinner and a hat. Just because the money is too easy. It's just too easy money. There. Alright, hemp farm. We don't need to do the whole 80. 60 is enough for 1. Perfect. Alright, here we are with the clay and concrete. Let's get all this up. Apiary. Alright, we got all of the vineyards up. Now, let's do their things. I'm pretty sure... Yeah, oh, yeah, it says 99. Okay. Pretty sure you can do it with grapes. I may be wrong. Oh, you can't do it with grapes. Okay. You know what? I don't care. It's only certain ones. I think it's only like lavender and something else. The only ones that normally bees are like, so. Okay, we can expand all this at a later point. I guess we should just do it now. Okay, so these are ready for the late game. But the honey and all this jazz here is good. I don't have sell all on this place. I should. I'm not going to enable it right now. Alright, throw in the concrete here. We're gonna upgrade this road. There we go. We're gonna get a few tier 2s. Just a few tier 2s. You just never know. You never know when you're gonna need it. We need a little bit more clay. Okay. This is good. We're actually gonna use this ship for trade now. So from this island, new trade route from here to the main island. Gonna add our new ship.
Are dissatisfied with their lot and
Gonna load up grapes and honey and bring them to the main home. Okay, that was good. We need fire protection. We should definitely be building wells too. All right, we got a well here. We should just quite honestly make our own clay tablets here. That way we don't have to keep running back and forth. So this is enough for 2 right here. Get ourselves a warehouse, get ourselves a basic road, and we're in business. There we go. Everybody's happy now. Okay, cool. We'll make our own clay. This island is good. Oh boy. Okay, well, we need some cops. There we go. We'll get some coppers over here.
under attack.
Yeah, we can't have that. Looks like we lost the ship. Okay. So far we're able to replace ships pretty easily.
Mithras.
There we go. We need to start raising an army now that we can afford to. We'll buy an extra trade ship or 2. But we'll need to start hunting ships here in a bit. I'm just going to enable it for now. Okay. So honey well, booze is coming. So here's the vintner plus 1 wealth.
There is a shortage of work.
Oh, I messed this up. This guy's supposed to go over here. All right. There we go. I was like, what's going on? All right. That's going to help out. That's going to get us what we need to get to the next level. Okay, yeah, that will get us our food correct. But now we just need... Oh, yeah, we need boards. We need the funny boards. So that's another thing from this island we need. And that is actually pretty easy. That is just... Oh my god. It's 6, 3, and 8. Okay, so 6 wood, 3 honey makes 8 of these. That's too crazy. That is far too crazy. We just need them to get to tier 4. Let's have that. That's 3, 1.5, and 4. So that's 1.5, 1.5. Okay, yeah. We only need really 1 or 2 of these. So we're going to do 2 of these. We're going to do 1 more honey. And we're going to call it good. That's just crazy. Alright, there we are. Okay. Yeah, and you gotta have the silly guys to do this, so we can do it. And that's actually enough right there for 2. Almost 2. So we got 1 there, and we'll just place 1 right here. Just, if you have extra space, don't be afraid to throw it in, but you can just throw it into an industry zone. Okay. So now we need to upgrade this area. So this is Augustia. So Ugg right here. So we're also going to load the funny boards. Establish route. All right. So now we have that. So we have everything to get to tier 4 now. Perfect. We did it. That's it. And now we can get the bats. Ba-boom. Look at us go. All right. And now we need to upgrade every single road. There we go. All the roads upgraded. Oh, let's upgrade all these roads.
Is under attack.
Make sure we got it all. Okay. It almost hits every house down here. It's like the best I could do. Not the best I can do. Move this guy here. Move this guy here. Alright, tabulous like this. Move him up. Road over. Road over. Hits every house. There you go. I'm gonna have to upgrade my sheet. There we go. It's always beautiful when you get a design just right. We're missing 1 house. I'm okay with that. I'm honestly okay with that. 1 house not getting hit is pretty crazy. Very nice. Okay. Let's come over here. So nothing is maxed out because we're selling everything when it hits over 75. And that's working out perfect.
Is under attack.
Alright, there we go. Honey, grapes, silly boards. We got it going on. Perfect. Alright, more tier... all of it. All of them. All of them are tier 3 now. You guys all tier 2. We're gonna need a tier 2. I almost feel like you need a tier 1 and then a tier 2 camp, to be honest. It almost feels that way to me. But this is a perfect place for tier 1. Yeah, we're very close to tier 4 now. This is beautiful. It's that easy, and we're making lots of money. If we were smart, we would focus on the other islands and getting them more profitable. That would be the wise. What's crazy is all you really need to make money is a sandal maker, spinner, some silly hats, and a bread maker. You have all those things, you have it. That's it. Bread does increase your fire chance, but holy cow, that area of the area of effect now is +3 because I think I got some kind of technology. So you can see bread is crazy good. It's so good, in fact, that I think I'm gonna put it in the center. I really want my monies. I'd like some monies. Okay, over here. There we go. Bread. And we never built... okay, we did build the shrine. Okay, cool. So yeah, bread in the center. That's gonna get us closer to that 2 grand that I like to see. Alright, so flax fields, they're doing alright.
Your people are aid.
Definitely coming over with the and like getting baths up and all that stuff too helps out. That's the next step here. So we're gonna see the cistern. If we put it here, it's gonna hit pretty much everybody. This is vitally important too. Probably one of the most important things that there is. We didn't face it right. Alright, so the road here has to go. Well, we can place the road like here instead. Then move on out. We could actually... you know what? I think we can get away with connecting it, to be honest.
Is under attack.
It says it can't do it. I think it can. If we did it this way instead, it would work. Oh, crap. Alright, we're gonna break the mold. We need to keep it straight. Like that. And then it can come down. Water can't do that. Tacticat. I know what water can and can't do. Yeah, no it can't. Okay, so yeah, see how it goes uphill here? Alright, I think what we need to do... oof. It may actually not work.
Is under attack.
You know what, it's not that big of a deal. It's not like it matters. It's just a little maintenance cost. We're gonna get another bath up anytime. Another bath over here probably. I'll see him right here in the middle of everything. More houses over here. Eventually I'm gonna move this out. We'll get another little guy over here. Maybe that will be the tier 2 area. We got this gent over here. Workforce needed and upkeep on the pigs. What we need now is something that works with growing stuff. And we have the power to buy another ship. Ooh, nice. Combat ship.
She's a lovely chick.
He has room for 1.
Won't you?
Let's take the best. Prestige 1.5.
Have to
No.
paint the interior.
Wow, knowledge if from Pilus if supplied +1. That's actually good. You want that. It's not bad. It's not necessary though. Refineries in range. -25. Okay, that's a good one. This is for refineries. And what constitutes a refinery is the question. Oh, well, I'll find that out. Okay, our research is completed. We're going to come down here. Oh, yeah, that's right. Increase the range of theaters. I totally spaced on that one. Marble Roads doesn't matter, as I told you. Gives you prestige bonus, but it also has a cost. Response time. Very good. Oh, yeah. Let's get into ship making here in a bit. And we definitely want untapped soil. Increase this. We're just gonna go down the line. All right, we got the lady. Let's see. If I bring the lady over here, what happens to my... Ooh, forgot about this lady with +6. Okay. 131, 35, 34. 37. Okay. We only had one refinery over here. That wasn't that great. What about you? Only one. Oh, it's this guy right here. The concrete mixer is a refinery. Okay. Move the porridge and move this guy here. There we go. So that hits all these guys, and let's bring him here. There we go. So, yeah, that was big. That gave us quite a bit of guys back. It also decreases upkeep by 50%. And these guys here, their cost 20. It's not bad. So that's 10 a pop. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's like 50. That's not bad. That's okay. It's not that great. I know these things all add up, though, right? Oh, yeah, look at that. Wada. Okay. Our fire rating is officially positive 1,000. So by not using all those crappy buildings that don't do anything, my fire rating isn't that high. And this is what I was realizing is like some of these buildings just aren't worth it. The only ones I did that had fire rating were bread. Now you could technically bring some of that stuff in, but I don't think I would. I don't think I'd do it. And all we're missing now is the tier 4 building on the design and the theater and the other guy up there. We're good. All right, so we're at tier 4 now. There we are. Tier 4. So now the amphitheater foundation, we can actually hammer this out. So we're going to have the amphitheater be right here. And it's going to hit all of our area. It's going to be in the center of town. We can also start looking at oysters because we have sturgeon. We make the caviar and we have the oyster bed. So this is what we're going to build is the epicure of water. And the reason I do this is look at that. Population +1. That's what I want. All the other ones, they give prestige and stuff like that. Population +1. We're going to get those bad babies up. And to get these ratios, the golden ratio here is 3 oysters, 4 sturgeon, 3 fish gutters, and 2 epicures of water. So we just need 3 oysters elsewhere, 4 sturgeon. So we're going to do it all here on this island. The sturge. And this takes a river slot. Yikes. Takes 4 of them. We might end up at some point importing clay. Because this is a lot. It actually kind of hurts my soul.
There are signs of public unrest.
And there's a few of them, right? And we need 3. This is an extractor. This is an extractor. So we saw that. Okay, so that's what we're looking for. This is okay, that's how it is. It's the name and then the thing. All right, the name of the thing. This is a refinery. Okay. Okay. This is the extractor. Refinery. Okay, so over here we have a bunch of extractors. So we want to get... I think what we want to do is keep all of our extractors in one spot. The weaver and stuff I'm going to bring just over here for now. That's really cool to know. That is so cool to know. This isn't the extractor. So refineries there. All the extractors. Let's keep them over here. That's 3 right there. And then we already got these guys. And now we just need oysters. So let's go to our boy over here. He's got plenty of oyster space. And we need 3. Okay, he does not have plenty. He had plenty of oyster space, but I blocked it off. Oh, right there. Okay, we just need a little bit of deletion here. 1 tile. There we go. Okay, so here I need concrete. And a little bit of clay. Alright. Let's bring a big old thing. Oh, nice. I have another combat ship here. I have 2 combat ships here. Alright, we got ourselves group 1 and 2. Group 2 being our little transport vessel. And what do I need for these guys. What are these? These are your basic workers. 6. And we have just enough people to do it. Okay. I'm learning some new stuff. It's actually... So keep all of your extractors together. Keep all your refiners together. So down here, we have our extractors.
Is under attack.
And once we get the Sturge, we're going to be in business.
A structure
Oh.
is under attack.
Did not get the road system up. That might help. Beautiful. I'll upgrade this guy just because I can. Got the Sturge. This guy does not have a warehouse. Right? The warehouse up right there. Upgrade road. There we go. Look at that. Look at that warehouse distance now. Beautiful. Things are looking up for us. Okay, he's over here with the calm crate. Now we have oysters. Alright, 3 oyster farms. Now we need to go back to trade. Do we lose a ship? Nope. Okay. So this little island over here, it's called Sanctum. So we're looking for Sane and Ven.
Under attack.
And we're going to export oysters. Beautiful. Now we can go buy some people. Now that we know what the extractors and all that mean. This is cool. Every time I play, I learn a little bit more. I do tend to focus on city design. A little too much, probably. Alright, this guy's getting overwhelmed. Let's increase him. I'm going to hold off on that, but it's good to have it there. We need to get more of these gents to tier 4. There we go. Oh, yeah. The temple. So the temple and the design goes right here. We need a mosaic. So this is it. Temple goes right here. And you're done. Now, I don't mess around with the library. Don't like it. The fire risk is insanely high. -2 on every house that it hits. But if you wanted to, you could put it in the design pretty much anywhere that you want. It's going to hit almost everything. Or if you only want it to hit half your houses to kind of mitigate, like, instead of having it hit -2 fire here, you just do -2 on everybody else. I mean, the knowledge gain is +7, right? So I leave it up to you how you want to do this. You could easily maneuver the aqueduct system here and have it right there. But I prefer just not to have it. I think the fire risk is insane. But you can see we're doing pretty decent. So maybe we can get away with it. Alright. And we got the looms going. Everything's running. We need mosaic. Okay, so now we need minerals. The only place that we have minerals is over here and down here. Yikes. Fire risk. Right, yeah, didn't realize the fire risk was so bad. Okay, so for mosaics, you need... It's kind of crazy. If you want to get into jewelry, and jewelry is amazing for money. Not as a radius, but just having for money is amazing. Mosaics, though, is 2 clay, 3 quarries, 4 crushers for 8. So if you have that, it's 1 clay, 1.5 mineral quarries, 2 crushers for 4. So 1, 1, 1, 1 is going to get you 2. You're not going to use a lot of this stuff. I never use a lot of it. So we're just going to do 1. Did not mean to use concrete. Okay, there we go. The minerals, actually, you're going to use in a lot of other things. So the crushers, they take the sandal dudes. So we can get 2 of these out. We can crush it here. And let's get a copper. Yeah, crushing it here is good. We're going to have to send clay back to the city because we're just running out. There we go. Move him here. Upgrade it. Okay, so clay and crushed. I think on that island over here we have to put oysters to 0. That's one annoying thing about doing this, though. Have it, all the cells, you have to remember which ones you did it on. Okay. Yeah. Minimum stock of 0. Sell one above 80. Beautiful. This island's doing great. Okay. So down here,
Is under attack.
I think I'm actually gonna pay the ransom because I'm just tired of him attacking me. I just need uninterrupted moment. Okay, so this is the city of Florentia. Flo and Ven. So we don't have enough to send back clay.
She is under attack.
I'm gonna do something kind of weird. I'm gonna send the crushed up stuff back to the main island.
Fire has started.
We're gonna come over here, and Mosaic is a refinery. So we're gonna put it with the other refineries. I'm gonna move him down here. This has essentially become my refiner area now. I might have to have another one for farms.
Workforce in most cities.
Okay. And we're just gonna have the one Mosaic dude right here.
You have been building filters there. May I suggest
But what's
some
cool about
improvements?
this is now this officium here
One of your cities.
is gonna reduce the upkeep and the cost. So it costs 6 people, so that's gonna help us. Or we have 6 people left, I should say. Let's get these guys up. Get a bunch. Ooh. Okay. Oh my god. Alright, the whole place. There we go. Gonna say, how long is it gonna let me do it? Alright, cool. So we're unlocking quite a bit. Alright, so the mosaics will get up here. And for clay, what I'm gonna do is buy another ship. This one. And we're gonna start a new trade route. It's gonna be like an excess trade route. So he's gonna go here. He's gonna go here. He's gonna go here, and then back to the main island. And he's gonna pick up something different at each place. So over here on this island, he's going to pick up. We have no clay. They're at perfect utilization. He's gonna pick up clay tiles, and then at Florencia, or no. Florencia, he's going to pick up something I need. There's not much. There really isn't. I could pick up hats and sell them over there, but don't need it. Clay. That's where we were making excess clay. Actually, yeah, this is the excess clay place. We need clay as a raw ingredient for other things. No. And then at Sanctium, he is going to pick up... They really don't have much. Let's just do timber. And then he's going to unload at Venetia all of it. Good as never unloaded. Oh, so it doesn't let him do that, Oh, that sucks. Okay. Well, we're just going to keep the clay. We need clay. So I'll just have that go. We'll just bring back the raw clay. Sucks. This is a putt-putt. I'm going to buy this ship just so I can throw it at anything. Soap makers in range, +1 health. They must mitigate the smell. Armories. Residence knowledge, +1. Don't care. Oat farm, olives. -25% workers needed. Run by plebeian instead of libertis workforce. That's cool. It puts it to the peasants. So that's cool for oat farms. Water consumption for plantations in range, 50%. That is necessary. 50% reduction to all plantations. Very good. Oh, wow. 550,000. Look at this. Can't afford it. Knowledge, if writing tablets supplied, +3. Okay. That's pretty good. Oat farm, olive growers, workforce needed, -25. Same one. Okay. Plebeians, +15%. Perfect. Alright, yeah, we're taking that. Oh, I forgot I can only carry one. I don't know where it went. Okay, that sucks. That's a good one. The plantation water consumption, -50%, that was also really, really good. Okay, we're going back up there. Oh, I had another trade ship up here. Okay. I was like, where did it go? Knowledge from glass. Workforce from residents from the plebeians.
It's so important.
Yes, ma'am.
To splurge on yourself.
Verticalers in range. I think that's a Albion. Oh, no. That's like this Potter. Verticaler. There's an extractor. So it's almost like you want one for each area. Oh, shoot. These tilers are refineries. Alright, yeah, we need to make sure all our refineries are over here in one area. But this is how you want to start thinking. And as your prestige goes up, you can have more of these, right? So you really could just have one area for each. That's some serious saving, upkeep cost reduction, all that jazz. Okay, we're gonna send you back. We got 2 of the workforce from residents plus 15%. That's pretty awesome. Upkeep. Okay, we're gonna buy her just because we can. Sail back down here. All right, so we got this guy, water consumption negative 50%. I don't know where we're gonna put that just yet because we're gonna have to get another plantation down in here. We're doing a good job though, regardless. All right, we don't have. Why don't we have that yet? We're importing everything. Doesn't have crushed. I think it said it didn't have coal. Oh, we got 91 coal. Come back over here. And we're crushing it. We must have lost the ship. No, it says storage is empty. Ah, same mistake. Gotta get rid of the minimum stock. Alright, we're in business. We should be able to do all that jazz now. Alright. This is the big kicker here. We just got... This is why you kind of need a tier 1 area and a tier 2 area, because they're very specific, right? So, plus 15 from plebeians, but boom. And plus 15 from plebeians, but boom. It doesn't look like they're stacking. These are... Oh, sorry, this is Libertas. The plebeians are these gents over here. Maybe this is the problem. I think we're going to turn this into the tier 2 area. So let's just do this. And then we can do tier 1 down here. Because this is looking more like a tier 2 area. It's got better amenities and stuff. I'm winging it. There we go. But that's the cool thing about having this little area, is you can get kind of creative. There we go. Very nice. Alright, yeah, then negative 50% water. That's pretty crazy. Who do we have? Knowledge, water consumption, workforce needed for the verticals. You can only have, in these guys, you can only have 2, so you do need to kind of specialize it to where you are. We'll just do this for now, since there are a few here. We're not getting the perfect amount of fish. We got 4 of them, but something is off. I'm okay with that, though. Yeah, we just need mosaics now, and we should have a big old thing of them coming in. Yeah, we got a big old thing of them coming in soon. Perfect. I mean, we're making really good progress here. Plus 2 grand. This is a much smaller pop, too. My last one, I was doing 3 or 4, but we only have an island pop of 4.6, and I think I had an island pop of 10,000. This is a pretty lucrative island, and they're pretty happy. No, this is great. Alright, so we just need to get some mosaics and temple. We can start working on this once we get 100 wood. Unfortunately, you can see it said 77 out of 100, right? So that is one issue with selling literally everything, is you will oversell.
Done.
Okay, so all goods. We're going to sell now when we're above 125. We're going to set a minimum stock. Now let's do 136. That's good for me. Perfect. Okay. You see we got a lot going on. We're at 100 grand, so I say that we continue to try to purchase people to get our productivity up. We're going to use our trade trireme here. Alright, beautiful. And I know that these contracts are useful, right? You get some money, 13T cloaks, 2 crates. I just really hate doing the contracts, to be honest. I prefer just to have fun and build. So, yeah, you can see over here, we're having some fluctuations. Now, these fluctuations usually happen when you screw up something like this. For instance, we don't have enough porridge, and porridge is increasing our population. So, if you see those kind of fluctuations, check, and just make sure that everything is in order. You can see here, we're going to need a little bit more porridge. We're going to get 2 porridge makers up. Alright, we're going to hold shift. We can expand this to the maximum. There we go. Beautiful. And that should remedy a lot of the housing issue, but I think we're also going to just put a couple more houses over here. There we go. 3 more houses ought to do it. And then just a line of houses right here. There we go. Alright, that should all work its way out. Just check our islands real quick, make sure everybody's happy. Nice. You can see we're getting the oysters, so we're getting a lot of good stuff going. We have pretty much the entire main build done once I get the Epicure of Water. And we came over to the area that we were sending our mineral deposits, and we made sure that the crushed, yeah, so minerals, we're not going to, okay, so we're not going to sell any of this, in fact. We're not going to have a minimum trade stock on that. This isn't the crushed portion, it's just the raw, but we're going to need the raw later for some other things. So if we come over to the crush, sell it, okay, so we didn't fix it. So no minimum, sell and above, okay. So let's just do no trade on that, and we'll all be happier. Okay. So that's weird. Maybe I set him up wrong, because he's not delivering my goods. Okay. So we need to look at this trade route. This is flow. So from flow to Ven. Okay. We have it set to unload. Oh no, what's going on? Okay. So he's got the goods. He's bringing the goods over here. Maybe we need to come back over here and see what's going on. Could just be that we have such a long waiting list over here. I know that at a future point you can get a secondary dock, and that's a pretty good idea. But we'll wait for the ship and see. This game is pretty good looking. You can see we're making quite a bit of money selling concrete too. And that's good. We don't need too much of it. Okay, so here comes the ship. Let's see if it's going to do what I want it to do. I've noticed there are some issues with trade occasionally. Okay, it unloaded. We're good. Whatever was going on has been fixed. We can start on the amp. Let's do this. 75 grand. Not bad. We are going to need a few more workers. You can see this is why you also kind of want a tier 1 area. So we're just going to spread out the love. Okay. I'm going to get up some houses right here. Beautiful. There we go. Stabilize the population. Everyone should be hit. The tavern is definitely not going to be too great. We do need to upgrade a large portion of these roads too. Oops, did not mean to upgrade that, but that's okay. Emperor wants 174 concrete. And if I accept it, our current reputation is bad. Okay, so we're going to need to do this one. Let's pause the game. So concrete, I'm actually going to stop selling. Or if I do sell it, it should be when we've hit extremely close to our maximum. Because we're selling too much of it. You can see marble, same thing. Like we'll sell a little bit, like when we're capped out. That's fine. Clay tiles, similar situation. Because we're going to use these to build the amphitheater. I don't want all of our resources going out. We're also going to have to get a rope maker up here in a second. Got a lot of caviar. That's great. We'll start... Oh, wow. Yeah, we're going to start selling this caviar. That's going to be amazing. All right. Sell one above. 136 on the caviar. Yeah, it's great selling things, to be quite honest. All right, yeah, concrete. We're no longer going to... We're not going to have minimum stocks. We're no longer going to trade it. I'm cool with trading the other stuff, but the concrete for now. Okay. We don't want to buy it. We want to sell it. But we're above 200. That makes sense to me. Okay. And sell one above 232. We don't really actually need minimum stocks. I should probably just use the sell one above feature. Minimum stocks are just screwing things up for trade. But yeah, we're selling a lot of this stuff, which is great. This is probably one of the better runs that I've had. And honestly, we can sell this minimum, no minimum. We can sell this when we're above like 95. Beautiful. Okay. So, the main goal now is going to be getting as much concrete over to the trader as possible. All right, we got 99. And we need 174. We are producing quite a bit of concrete. But, you know, take the easy wins when you can get them, kind of thing. And let's look. So they're buying anything over here. Let's look. Attack range, health from sandals if supplied +2. That's a good one, actually. Workforce needed from oat farms, olive growers. 25. We're not really doing a lot of olives or any of that. Well, take that back, actually. That might be a good one for the olive farm area. So we'll buy it.
See, can be a merchant.
Tunic change in range, 10% productivity. I don't like that. I think that's kind of lame. I think you can do better. You gotta look at the expensive ones. Fire safety in area 1.5 for all smelters. That's kind of cool, but we don't have too many smelters at the current junction. Or Garm. Wow, Garm gives +1 happiness. That's pretty good. We're not going to take it, but that's a good one. Workforce needed -33% for livestock farms and range. We already have one of those guys. We don't have a whole lot of livestock. Veil patrols +1 for custodes in range. That's actually really good. But extractors, -25%. So we have a lot of extractors. Anything. So let me reiterate that in case you are skipping around and you're at that point. But all of these buildings right under here, it's going to tell you what they are. These are refineries up here. So we're kind of sectioning the industry, right? These are extractors. So for this person here, anything I can do to reduce the workforce. So there's livestock. This is kind of why you actually want one area per thing. So there's a few other buildings. So there's extractors here, but there's also this, the viticolor, and that is an actual person you can buy to reduce that too. You kind of want your own area for each one of these guys, and those are cool though. Reducing the amount of workers by that significant amount is pretty insane, to be honest. Water consumption -50% is great for farms. Residencies get +1.2 happiness. I'm more into like wealth or fire prevention personally. Livestock farms again. Affects ships, good transfer speed, movement speed. That's actually a really cool one. I'm gonna get that for this person. I'll eventually turn this into a trade ship, so this is really cool. It's good to upgrade your ships too, right? Productivity, happiness, workforce needed. Okay, a lot of the same stuff, and we're kind of broke. So I'm gonna send this gent back. We're doing fantastic. It's great. The next step is we're gonna need a bunch of rope makers. I don't know that we actually have what's necessary. Okay, so for rope makers, we're going to need hemp. So let's consult the glorious chart. Now keep in mind we are producing a little bit more hemp than we need because we are worshipping the god of Ceres. So 1 hemp is 2 rope makers. So I want to do around 4 rope makers because every stage of the amphitheater requires just an extreme amount of rope. And we can see that rope makers are upholsters. So I don't know if we have an area for upholsters, but he's going to show us the ropes. No pun intended, right? Okay. So we do have these farms extended to max. So what I think we're going to do is run hemp farms on the back side here. And we'll just get 2 of them. And these 2 hemp farms right here will supply everything that we need for the rope makers. There we go. We're all hunky-dory now. We do have, if I remember correctly, 1 officium here. Okay, knowledge, water. Oh, this is a good one. So this is that water consumption thing I was talking about. We're not consuming any water yet. Okay, but we need to definitely... We got 1 hour, 18 minutes. We need to come over here, talk to her, deliver the concrete. 75 concrete left. Let's come back over here and get some concrete. Alright, so we have workforce needed from oat and olive farms. We're going to keep that one here. Workforce needed for extractors. Put that here. Pause the game real quick. So all of our extractors are right here. So we want to replace the livestock farmer, in my opinion, with this. So let's come up here and look. So we got 84, 108, 181. So
Let's get some.
well, that didn't do much. Oh, that's a religion specialist. Okay. Tractors in range. Why didn't you work? Oh, it did. I had to unpause. We got a big amount of equities back. That's crazy. That is crazy good. That's one reason to use those guys, right? There's definitely maximizing your workforce and minimizing the cost is important. So we're gonna get the temple up here in a second. We need 60 grand and 15. It's not bad. That is not bad at all. But we can get these guys up. We're importing the material already for them. So yeah, that's caviar. So we're gonna start making oysters with caviar, and that's, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Let's come and look at this, right? Because this is awesome. Gotta go to tier 4, sorry. Only the tier 4 people are gonna use it. There are a lot of things you want to make that I personally don't think that the area effect is worth it. So I just don't build them over here. But you still want to build those things. Don't think that I'm saying that those are the only buildings you want. I think those are the only buildings you want in your population centers. Okay? And we're doing great. I'm going to pause the game real quick. We got 68. We need 75. I think I'll just put them here for now. Alright, we're almost there.
Is under attack.
Like watching paint dry. Holy cow. Hey, we're doing great. We do need to get several things going. All right, cool. So we have the remaining concrete. We want to stay on good terms because it lowers the cost of taking over islands. Not that I necessarily want to do that right now. So now all of our concrete, all of our wood, and all the ropes are going to go into construction here. And you can see we're low on workers, which typically means, yeah. Got a good thing. Knowledge area effect +1. We need to get some more worker bonuses, in my opinion. You can see that because of our prestige, we have a massive increase in efficiency. So we can have quite a bit. The only problem is they can't intersect one another, so you gotta be careful. So we got a big one here. We got good coverage everywhere. I kind of wish you could expand to have more than 2. My biggest gripe. But they want you to kind of spread the love. And yeah, it's going to be a bit before we get that temple up, isn't it? And that gives us +2 pop. So let's pause this so I can get the concrete here. Okay, and let's unload. There we go. And you can see that we got nice. Yeah, +10. Stay on his good graces for now. Eventually you can actually attack him. Well, he attacks you. You can go to war. He'll send something like 30 ships. Probably take your main island too. It's pretty brutal. All right, yeah, we got this guy. Oh yeah, I bought this guy to just rummage into here. What's kind of crazy is we can actually get trade treaties with the pirates. I kind of want to do that actually. Let's see if we can get cozy with him, because he might have some good people. He might have some things that we can only get from him. So let's go to diplomacy. We're at war. All-out war. Sometimes the best way to get out of an all-out war is just to start destroying all of his stuff. Decent economy against local naval power. Okay, so the naval power thing is holding us back. So we do have quite a bit of money. So now that we're at a stage where we're just printing dollars, essentially, we just want to continuously buy any and every military ship. Even if it's just something like a catapult unit. And we'll just go in there and start screwing some stuff up. Alright, throw that concrete back. I think we're right there, right? Yep. Alright, temple's up. Now we can unpause. Yeah, this is great. Oh. We spent a lot of money. But yeah, look at that. And the temple's also going to get up our... So we're going to hit maximum shrines. We're also going to hit productivity bonuses, which is crazy. So yeah, all of our production. And also, all farm. Okay, yeah, so that's where you get it. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. It's serious. Once you hit tier 2, all farms support 50% more fields, allowing an increase. So you're supposed to do multiple gods. You're not supposed to just stick to one. This one up here, like Zeus, cisterns giving additional belief, I think is crazy. Also, the Shrine of Neptune giving income and fire safety. So, like, realistically, we should, I know, like, this place over here, I know would benefit primarily from worshipping series, but let's take a peek, because it's only actually bread and oats and grapes, and we're not doing grapes here, we're doing lavender. So, I would love to get some Neptune up in here. What we need to do is get a temple over here. Yeah, so Neptune. So let's set Patron of Neptune here. And that does give us
There is a
mackerel
shortage of
production,
workforce on
oysters,
this
caviar. And that's a cool one. So maybe we should do... No, because this is olives. Olive fertility, resin. A lot of good stuff. Let me see. Yeah, we don't have a whole lot of religion over here.
There is a shortage of work.
And yeah, our fields are kind of messing stuff up here. I don't think we need this wood production anymore. Okay. Alright, so we can get this up right here. And maybe get some Neptune love over here.
Under attack.
Yeah, so this does give us olive fertility. Oof. And we are relying on this place for all of our olives. This is a hard one. We did just get the massive increase, though. You guys see that? That's going to help us out there. I really want to get some Neptune love, though. So we are going to do it. Because it's going to look at our global pool, right? So it was pretty hard to get here. Increase storage limit all items by 300 T. Ooh, we lost it. Okay. So we got to keep it here. We got to keep it... Oh, yeah, over here. This is grapes. So let's get some religion up over here. Alright. There we go. And this doesn't have anything to do with grapes, which is kind of interesting. Mars is weapons. Okay, well, we still need a little bit of that here. And yeah, fire prevention. Yeah, because they're doing a lot of grapes over here. This is crazy. So the max we have right now is 150, but it can go up to 200, it looks like. Actually, it looks like it can go up to 250. So there's another tech on top of this, potentially. Kind of crazy. There's that bonus, and then, yeah, I think there's a tech bonus. We have to find it.
There are signs.
I bet you it's over here. It's probably related to something over here, too. Okay, and I think we're going to have to go to Albion if we want to get even more tech. Okay, she's offering us a trade treaty. We're going to take it. Ooh. I don't know what happened here, actually. Looks like there was an uprising. So, whenever you see stuff like that, you need to get coppers and stuff in the area. So, I'm going to move you here. I'm going to move the copper right here. And if I can upgrade this road, I will, but most likely I can't because we're using all the concrete. Okay, so the copper's up. Oh my god. There's a riot down here. This is nuts. Alright, we're gonna get a copper down here too. Just to keep everything in order. Alright, and I think something is going on. No, we're hitting max pop.
Under attack.
Okay. We're gonna continue to buy individuals that are increase our production values. We're gonna continue to buy ships and build up our navy so that we can sue for peace with the pirates. And if we can't sue for peace, we'll have to go destroy some ships to get the balance of power. This might be, honestly, this might be why you want to come and take another island, right? Is because you want to spread your religion, so to speak. And I think what we're actually going to do, I know this seems crazy, is I'm very lazy, is I just kind of want to copy this exact setup.
There is a shortage of workforce.
So we can just do it like that.
There is a shortage of workforce.
Perfect. And we can't have this here, so that's great. Because that means that we can put the tavern there instead. I think over here, what we're going to do is put shrine there. Some kind of fire prevention would be wise. And then just the basics for money. I just like money. And let's get a road around all of it to increase the range. Okay, we just need some wood. Don't need here. Cool, we got the medical up. But yeah, the more people we have, the better, in my opinion.
Under attack.
We want to get those religions going strong. So we're just going to start building up everything. And we just need to watch our food. Bread is good. Everyone has access. Sandals is good. We're producing an insane amount of sandals. So I think I can move one of the sandal makers over here too. That will give us some money. This is beautiful. Get up some more education buildings. Get these people smart. We definitely need some cops over here, I think. So we're gonna need more wood. Yeah, these people they're kind of dicks. Can't blame them. Yeah, we need a cop over here too. This is a big old area. But it's good to get your other islands up, you know? Guys, spread the love. Also, money. They make a lot of money if you set them up correctly.
Your people are ailing.
Okay. And with that said, I think what we're going to do is actually take this island here and just make it kind of a little lucrative place.
A ship is under attack.
Just focus on the basics. I might straight up just copy this design over here too, to be honest. That's what's cool about once you establish a design. Okay. Now we need to make sure that we have markets in range of everybody. The market's actually doing a really good job. It's just this small spot here. Tavern too. Tavern's actually doing a good job. Didn't most things. Alright, let's put tavern right there. Ooh, we're missing out on some money. So hats. I think we don't need to produce anything more. I think we have it all, but I'll check later. Like, because of the farming increase, I think that probably took care of a lot. Ooh, I did not get these guys out. Okay. And also, at another point, I need to do the aqueduct system into this. I probably should have done that actually earlier. Okay. We're going to move you here. Going to move him here. Like, we're going to have a cistern right here. Pull you back. Construction area blocked. I just want to get this all hammered out. Yeah. Just move it back one tile. There we go. And then now you can build a farm around it. But we need to get that up. So let's actually pause construction over here. Get some concrete. Build this out real quick. Just to get a massive bonus. Also to decrease fire risk and all types of stuff. Amphitheater is going to take care of our happiness issue. And we need to take this place down here. 337,000. Yikes. Yikes. Okay. Well, the easiest path is just to keep trading. But that's what they do to you. That's what they try to do to you. But, you know, we can still, you know, build out these islands. So, you go into series. Alright, so we don't care too much about series right now. We have our 50%. We're trying to at least get the income fire safety one. These are all great. Look at this. Income +2 for Mercury. So this is actually another route I didn't think about. Was getting your minimums in religion. Because these population +1 is pretty cool. I'm not really a big fan of the prestige. And these last benefit tiers are all pretty cool, but this is where it's at. Building cisterns, additional belief, I think is probably the best. Free gold mines is a nice one, but you can... Oh, that's gold mines. That's different. So how you get gold in the game right now is from river slots. So that allows you to get it from mining slots. That's pretty cool, actually. Just increases, you know, what you can do. All right, we got the blueprint bug, so we have to delete it and reset it. And there is something to be said about like pausing the construction of things like the amphitheater and getting up all your secondary islands, you know, with baths and aqueducts, because that increases their population, that increases your money per turn. Right now we're not optimized on those other islands, so they're kind of draining us. Oh, he wants ransom. All right, I'm gonna pay him. I am going to accept and pay for the ransom. We are going to throw a party. Okay. So we don't need to continue to invest in our navy anymore. Let's just check out our production real quick. We need one more clay. We're importing clay. Soap. We've lost all of our... We're importing everything we need for soap production. We're importing everything for resin. We're importing everything for olives, grapes, honey imported, flax imported, bunny boards imported, this imported. Okay. Yeah, all the things that we're missing are things that we import. I think we're okay. We can always check buildings too. There we go. And we just need a road to this and we're good to go. Make sure you use concrete roads. Beautiful. Okay. Look at that. We hit everything. That's pretty good. Beautiful. So now we're getting... There we go. That was weird. I accidentally paused it. But yeah, each one is 4. 50 out of 100. Very good. This could be why you would want the water consumption negative 50% like I have. That is actually helping out substantially in this area. Holy cow. This is great. So now we just got a huge percent increase. Okay. Then we don't have to worry about anything. And we'll sell the excess. We could probably retire a few farms, but I'm not going to do that. We definitely need to get another trade dock, though. Okay, we're going to resume construction. It's going to hurt us a bit because we just don't have the population. I think what we're going to do is just copy paste this over. That. Get that population going. I feel like this is decent. There we go. There we go. Yeah, they're really pissy right now. Even though we got coppers everywhere. Happiness seems to be the big kicker, right? Alright. We can get population and health from our shrines. I love shrines. They're very powerful. Especially getting population and... Oh, didn't have enough material. Well, we'll get it later. I almost feel like I need another place producing concrete. But what will happen is we'll hit maximum at one point with marble, and then we'll get a bunch of cement back going. Got some concrete. Alright, I'm gonna just delete all these houses. I don't think we're gonna do... I just wanted to show people how you could set up a wall system. Section off areas for walls, but it looks kind of silly now. You know, make it clean. Alright, let's check our houses and see if we're missing anything. So, something happened to our soap production. We're not bringing in enough lavender. Alright. We're gonna get up 2 more renderers. I'm gonna get 1 more pig. Okay. Got plenty of coal. Did we not get soap production up? Am I a dork? I think I'm a dork. Could have swore we did. Okay. This is a veticolor as well. So yeah, we're not going to put these in our residentials. And let me get the exact ratio here. All right, 4 lavender, 1 pig, 2 renderers, 2 soap. Okay. And I think we can get away. So we got all that. We got all that in a bag of chips, right? So yeah, nothing over there. Okay, and we have no lavender. So we have lavender here. So this is great. I think we only need 2 lavender, to be honest, because of how big it is. There you go. Oh yeah, look at that. I should probably leave this area for something else, though. Look how freaking crazy those lavender fields are. That does give happiness. We're going to sell any excess lavender we have, right? So maybe incorporating this somewhere in the design wouldn't be such a bad idea, like right here. To give some happiness, because we're kind of low on it. You don't have to do a whole field, too. You only have to do enough to hit 100%, I think. Or not even, so you can do 156. And that's good. I think that's a good field size. And we'll just put roads around it. But that's going to give us a bunch of happiness bonuses. Also looks kind of cool, right? Yeah, we got the grain farms over here. I'm actually okay with... slightly okay with it, but we are losing efficiency. So let's bring them back over here to where the water is. And we're kind of running low on water. We gotta be careful. Alright, yeah, we should definitely bring these guys over to get the bonus. Alright, this is kind of weird. I'm just going to destroy the fields. I can place this house correctly. Alright. This is beautiful. They want us to throw another party. I always throw parties. They're great. I'm just going to... I'll leave the sheep over here for now. I'll just leave it where it is, to be honest. And we'll bring this guy over here. Bring him right here. Yeah, that's not helping. -3 health, fire chance. Move him over here. I guess we can move this over here now. Okay. I think we're sitting pretty now. Let's come back over to this island. Alright, sanctuary up. Get all these houses up. Sandal, I already had sandal maker. Alright, tavern. Custodius spinner. Billy hat maker. Now, I shouldn't have to do much, to be honest. I think, though, we're probably going to need more flax. Okay, I'm going to put it down here. Do that for now. And I think I could probably get the sheep in here. There we go. Perfect.
Is at risk of a great fire.
There we go. Throw it in. Throw it in the mix. And let's get some tier 2s. I don't think the tier 1s could even use the sandals, so we're not getting the consumption bonus from sandals, which, you know, is pretty substantial when you talk about money. So, get a few of them up. We got a lot of tier 1s here. There we go. Now we're at 3,400 per turn. Our wealth is going through the roof. Yeah, that's another thing about these tier 1 guys. We're gonna upgrade some of these to tier 2 probably. Okay, we're getting close. Just need a little bit more concrete. Yeah, but look at these guys produce 315%. Oh my god. Oh, it's probably way overkill. He's only at 87%. I should probably have gotten the fields out a bit more, but that's okay. I only need 300,000 to take that other island. Even it kind of sucks as I'm on good terms,
Sweet melon.
and they're still screwing me over. Wow, just 3 necklaces, 5 grand. I think you want it. I think that's where the money's at. His necklace, 110 grand. Ooh, oh, I just re-rolled. It's like plus 1.5 income per area. Plebeian residence in range plus 15%. Not bad. Refineries, negative 25%. That's a good one. Okay. I think we're going to go to the other person to buy peeps. I'm not seeing the good ones. And they look like they have the exact same pool, but a little different. Okay, we're ready for the next phase. Phase complete. The next phase is rope, a ton of marble, ton of clay, and just a little bit of concrete. So we'll start on that. And we have a warehouse right next to this, the amphitheater. So you can see the goods are being loaded pretty quick.
There is a shortage of workforce in one of your
Get you
cities.
up. All right, so now we need tier 2. So this is where I'm going to say, let's upgrade. We'll get some more money out of that too, because they're going to get sandals. We're making quite a bit now, which is honestly pretty awesome. And there's also the trade. The trade is pretty intense. So if we want to get more points over here too, there's a lot of different accolades you can get. But I'm not too focused on that right now. They are very useful. Alright, so this area is built up. If we come to religion, we can see that we just hit the Shrine of Neptune. Look at that. Limit on island is 3 of 5, so it's collectively how many shrines you can have. But that's +1 income. This is +1 population. I think it all adds up, but let's hit the area that's going to have the best impact. I think it's right here. All right, Shrine of Neptune. We need 4 to 5 concrete. That sucks. Okay, so on this island we can have 4 out of 8, and so money and fire prevention. It doesn't actually really matter where I put this, to be quite honest. I think I'm going to put it in the cheap area. There we go. That will give us +1 monies. If we come over and look, you see we have 11. So 11 here is bringing in 10.5, right? Over here we got 27, which is bringing in 27. I'm wondering, now it seems like it's a 1-to-1 ratio. See that? I don't think one makes more money than the other, but maybe that's wrong. Yeah, it's 1-to-1. 29, 29. It does look like a little less, like there's some fraction. So like, yeah, it looks like they're getting like a fraction less, but I don't know if that's coincidence. But these houses I think are cheaper, so that's +1 denarii per one I do that in, and I can get the population up too. Man, we're doing a good job in my opinion. But yeah, throw the love around, you know. Yeah, there's some choices you could make here. I'm gonna destroy this house. And put up a Neptune. Just to see. And yeah, this is not a radius. This isn't based on roads, so there we go. I just want to get us above that 4,000 mark. Because we can get real close to buying that island. This is great. Yeah, we just got to keep our production values high. Let's see, how much water do we have left? 42. Not bad, actually. Hitting every single farm. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. We're missing the renderer. And that doesn't make sense to me. Because we have 2 pig. Oh, yeah, we have 2 piggies, so we need 4 renderers. We would need 8 lavender farms to keep up with all that. We'll sell the excess, so. Now you can see I think the Garms are doing more harm than good. To be honest. Like the +1 income is nice and all. I don't know. I kind of was on the fence about this guy. I think potentially you do want to not have him in there. Because he's just causing so much negativity. We'll take him out. It should start going down. We should probably get a theater up over here too, because you can see that this would have a massive impact. Look at that. Yeah. Let's get a theater up over here. We're going through the resources pretty darn quick. Let's pause real fast. I think getting this theater up is probably going to remedy. Majority of it are the peasants are just very unhappy. That's one thing I forgot about when I was expanding my areas. This is another thing too. You can see +1 prestige. That will increase the amount of. We don't really need too many of the administration buildings though. Like, they don't do a whole lot for you at a certain point. All right, but I do want to get that up because I feel like it's holding us back. Knowledge. I mean, you can make an argument for the library because knowledge does kind of feel like it takes forever. Gambling houses are something I actually have not played around with too much. Effective range of Grammaticus is pretty cool. You have to go to Albion for that. Okay. And I think to finish the build, we're going to do a kind of like sideways road area. I'm just going to go sideways here. Absolutely no rhyme or reason. I just want it to look cool. And let's make sure it looks cool within reason though, right? We'll put a well and a watchtower in here. Put a latrine right there. Make sure we get a market. Tavern.
Your people are aid.
Okay. Fire prevention. Oh, we actually don't need it. Nice. Oh, we got it right there. Okay. Alright, let's get this theater up. There we go. And then we can resume again. That theater is going to just completely drag everything down. I'm going to add in a few decorations to these areas. Add some trees in. Alright. There we go. Okay. Yeah, we're looking good now. Okay, look at that. New island. Nice. Wow, on some of these places, this is pretty crazy, actually.
Citizens are dissatisfied with
Yeah,
their lot
we're doing great.
soon.
Alright. Coal production, I need to move. Need to move it somewhere better suited. Back here is actually a good spot. There we go. Now we're all hunky-dory. And I feel like this should be moved over. I'm just going to have the sheepage coming right off the side here. Alright. And now what I want are just little twos. Sections of 2s and 4s.
A building's construction has.
What's great about designs like this is you can literally just throw in whatever you want. You want to get sandals, you want to get XYZ. So we are going to probably put, if we can, yeah, an officium right here. I'm going to take out this whole block right here. We're going to put an officium right here. And then above it, I'm going to put watchtower and a well. And we actually don't need the latrine. We can put a latrine right there. Very good. And then we're going to get the basics. So, a spinner and a hat maker. And then it looks like we need a little bit of a religious boost. Even in some of these areas here. Okay. I like to put it central. Religion. Yeah, that's the Grammaticus. We're gonna need some fire. We're gonna need some police. We're gonna need medical. Actually does just fine down here. Eventually a sandal maker if we can. I'm gonna take out these 2 houses.
Devastation. A dark hour.
Okay, we're in business.
Disappeared.
Once I can get those guys up. Anyway, so that's a little corner area that you can do. Really easy. But now you can see that the city is coming together. We're above 4,000. The main thing was just getting all of this to tier 3 or tier 4, depending on what your needs are. But this is a tier... these back houses here definitely need to be upgraded. This whole area should be tier 2 and tier 3. Or sorry, tier 3 and tier 4.
Impressive,
But you can see you have a basic idea to maximize everything. And then you just have a very min-max kind of approach using 2x3s. You don't even really need... I'm not going to do an Excel template for this because it's just literally impossible to apply to every single map. It's the theory, right? You can do 2x3s, 2x4s, 2x5s. I think's the longest you can stretch something, and you can typically get coverage from all your markets and taverns. I think the 2x4 is a little safer, but you can definitely get 2x5s to work if you do them right. But you just have to be kind of aware of how things bend. Not everything bends the same way. Okay, so you can see clay tiles and marble holding us back. What I'm gonna do is go steal some materials. So we're gonna come down here. Oh, sweet Jesus! They have burned my city. Oh boy. Okay. Well, that wasn't cool. Yeah, we're gonna come down here, and we're gonna get ourselves some clay. Okay, so you can see that the economy is absolutely fire. We're above 4,000. It's for that party. Income and prestige is going to go even higher now. +1 income for all. Yeah, so the renderer was the big thing. Pigs was the big thing. Now, we shouldn't be actually having any problems. That's kind of weird. Yeah, we're using the right ratios. Interesting. Okay. Well, they're saying that they don't have enough pigs, and it could be something is off. That's the thing with this game. It is going to constantly change. So we'll get up one more piggy. Yeah, I know. Everybody's ailing. Okay, we'll get one more pig up and see if that helps with anything. Could be my sandal production is taking too many of the pigs. But we're doing great. We've got a full load over here. And this area is going to be fantastic. This is probably actually the best place for tier 2. I should probably have left this as tier 1. See, we have 695. Okay, I want to make all this tier 2 right here. That's going to bring in some serious cash. That sandal money is no joke. Because they get access to a lot more items. Okay, they get access to garum, which is also 2 income, also increases happiness. They get access to bread, also increases population, also increases income. They get happiness from the sanctuary. They'll get +1 pop, +2 income from sandals. They get population and health increase, soap. And then they get even more population, fire safety goes up as long as the building's not there. Then they get another income, another health. So tier 2 really is where it's at for money. Like, if you want to make as much money as possible, you want tier 2. Oh, I mean, technically you want tier 4, right? Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Luckily we're friends, right? Oh my god. Okay, yeah, happiness is very, very down. And that can happen when you have too many peasants like that. I'm gonna decline. My reputation with this guy is in the pits. Okay. The sheepage is not happy. Let's put the sheepage over here.
Let's cut the bureaucracy.
There we go.
Get this done.
I'm gonna leave the warehouse in this area, like right here, to help with these buildings. This is beautiful. All right, latrine. Get the latrine up. That will help us out. It's funny that happiness is the hard. Like, I'm doing great on fire safety because I didn't put all those buildings that, you know, make everything burn to the ground. Yeah, honestly, getting more tier 4 houses would be huge. Huge. Okay, yeah, and getting, honestly, getting another aqueduct system up over here would have been wise too. That's okay. I think the primary thing that we really want to get up in here is like they don't have a bath, so a bath would be huge. Another bath. And a forum, or sorry, this is the forum. This gives +2 wealth, +2 pop. I mean, that's pretty crazy. This gives plus, the bath is also very important. These are dirty people. They need baths. I think we could actually get the bath up over here. It's just rain too deep. Maybe we can move you over. Okay. The forum there. And then the bath right here. Yeah, that gets a good chunk. It gets a lot of guys down here too. We can upgrade the roads. If we do that, we're going to be sitting real pretty. And the theater is awesome. Amphitheater is awesome. Okay, we came down here with a mission, and that mission was stealing. Stealing all the clay tiles. We are not producing enough marble here. This is our marble production zone. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Okay, well, I'm a dork. I did not have that guy going. A whole lot of marble not being produced. Okay. Well, that will help. Okay, so we got the clay tiles now. Oh, we got enough money to take this island here. I don't even need this island. I'm just gonna take it because I can. Nobody can stop me. Another sandal maker. Why not? Yeah, honestly, I mean, there's area effect, but the real money maker is just providing the things. Income +3 for fine glass. Like, we should, if we really wanted to get crazy, this is pretty substantial. But we need more. Oh, we could do this, actually. We do have a sand refinery. Yeah, let's do this. Let's make some glass. So we need to make 8 glass makers, which is absurd. We need 3 minimal minerals, 4 crushers, 3 sand to 6 glass makers. So one sand is 2 glass makers, essentially. And this is the thing I hate about some of the ratios on this thing, is we don't need all of it, okay? We just need some of it. So we're gonna produce just a little bit of this, right?
A building's construction.
That's just like for optimal. So that gives us 2 glass smelters. And the glass smelters are done on river slots. Okay. So this is something we should produce off world, so to speak. Okay. How many river slots do I have over here? So 2. Yeah, that actually also means that glass is something that you need to produce in a faraway land. We're gonna put him here. And this is a good one, though, man. This is a good one, especially as we got the sand there. We need a sand pit on the coast. We only need 1. Okay. So there's our sand. So that's gonna make... Dude, we can almost make the glass right here. Problem is it'll consume it all. But it's gonna take 15 for 1 glass maker, and we have that. Oh man, if only I could get their population up a little bit. Looks like we need porridge. Okay. I think we can actually get 4 porridge makers up. I'm just gonna throw them all around. Why not have a porridge maker in the middle of town? No one cares. Alright. There we go. That should get us up to 15, because you know what? Building them here would save us a lot of pain. Got 83. I'm going to get another charcoal, even though I know we don't need it. I'm just going to do it. Alright, we need 1 piece of concrete. Oh, we got 219, okay. And we're doing great. Alright. Yeah, now it's just clay tiles. So we got We should have a
One
ship.
of your cities is at
You know what? Sending glass doesn't make any sense because we got the guys right here. We can make the money on this island. But this is a good way to make some cash. Quick cash, right? I don't think we're gonna be able to create enough glass to ship out. Alright, so here we go. Here's the concrete. And now we can get this up. Here we are. And we just need to get the road system up.
we have finished of a construction project.
Here we are. Okay. So we're gonna get the sand.
Hey, Brian.
We're gonna produce it all here. We're gonna upgrade you. This is great. And we're just gonna keep it here locally, and they can sell the excess. Alright, and we completed that phase, so let's get the clay tiles in. I think we need to build some of our infrastructure here. So let's see. First and foremost, I want... Ooh, there's some good stuff here. Fire. Happiness. DC. Over here, what's going to give me happiness? Literally nothing. Okay, forum. And bats. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? 50 out of 100. Okay, cool. So now we're at 4,600 per turn. Oh shit. Renew ceasefire. Yes, yes. Alright. Things are looking up. Sanctuary. Grammaticus. Officium. Watchtower. And well. This is great. And of course, we're going to destroy 2 houses here. And place a Shrine of Neptune. And a Shrine of Ceres right there. Oh man, we're gonna go to the moon. 753. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's upgrade some of these houses here. That's crazy. And we should upgrade some of the tier 2s, the tier 3s over here. Even more money. Okay, things are looking up. All right, so what we're gonna do now is fast forward to the end of tier 4 because it takes forever, and I'll show you the completed build. Okay, look at this. We have completed. Phase completed. Boom. There we go. Happiness issues all resolved. So you can absolutely use the garum in the design to get that money. And you can see happiness is going through the roof now. It hits every single house. We haven't even put games into play, okay? Games, let's just do a simple game. Forage and weapons. So we actually aren't producing weapons here. I did actually import gold to do the last stage of things. So importing just a basic amount of goods, to be quite honest, that's something that's actually kind of cool about Anno right now, is you don't have to produce everything. So yeah, buy one under 86 minimum stock. We were producing 4,000 a second ago, and we're producing, you know, hundreds of thousands over periods of time. But now that we got this bad boy up, +3 pop, +3 happiness, +7 prestige, you can see things are getting real crazy. So let's kind of fill out some more stuff. Now I'm going to leave it up to you where you want to put your shrines in your design, okay? I'm not going to say where things like that should go, because I feel like you can kind of figure that out, and it's pretty, you know, self-explanatory. So there's some good stuff. Good stuff over here. And we just want to make sure that we have every shrine possible in the design. And you don't have to actually even... Oh yeah, we hit our building limit on shrines, so we need to get a little religion going. I'm still... Ooh. Yeah, that's crazy. I'm still working on some things here. But now you can see fire... we could actually put in a couple of other things if we wanted to for that +1 wealth. I don't think it's worth it. Especially as you expand and your happiness and fire and all those things go down. But we can see the population of this island is 11,000, and it's growing pretty darn strong. And we've gotten quite a bit of tier 2. So I've been upgrading parts of this to tier 3, like this bottom part here. Pretty much saying this is all going to be tier 3 here. And more tier 3, more money, basically, as long as I can get them what they want. So we can come over here and say, hey, soap, maybe hats. Togas. So far, production's good. Bread and garum are definitely lacking. So garum is really, really important because you look, it increases income and happiness, and we like money. So we're going to do 2 more garums over here. And this is easy. We're just going to add 2 fishies and 1 more salt. And that's all she wrote. And you could even say that these wouldn't be too bad to put into the design. You get -2 happiness. And I don't really want to do that because happiness is already pretty, ugh. You know what I mean? Pretty messed up. So we have a decent thing going on here. Getting back up into the 4,000s. We definitely want to keep hosting parties for happiness and prestige. That's going to get us up even more. So yeah, happiness is now 1.7. So it's all about the amphitheater. It's all about getting that amphitheater going. But holy cow. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is the conclusion of this build. Let's go into cool mode, right?
Done.
There we are. This is the cool mode. So this is it in all of its glory. Perfection.